Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It is Sunday. We are running a little bit behind tonight, but then we kind of do from time to time, depending upon people's certain circumstances. Tonight is, of course, another episode of Dungeons with Veterans. I am Dan Latham, also known as Shout at Gar, and I am the Game Master for tonight's homebrew game. Before we introduce my players, I do want to do a shout out to Roll20, which is where you see the maps we have on the screen, so that my players can know how fucked they really are. Where they're actually located on the map.
Okay. Okay.
I used, for the map that's currently on the screen right now, I used Dungeon Fog to create it, and of course, you'll notice that most of the miniatures that the players are actually using, those are created through the subscription of being a Hero Forge subscriber. So, we have less than 8 days left, I think, on the GUI Kickstarter, so if you haven't had a chance to go check it out, I would highly suggest you do so. We have beat the $100,000 mark. I don't know what the next stretch goal is because I failed to check that out before we started tonight. Yep, bad deal.
110 is the next stretch goal.
What is the what is the reward for the next stretch goal?
The next reward is a full set of GUI dice.
Buxom Basher, thank you for resubscribing with your Prime subscription to the channel. Set of GUI dice, excellent. What else was I? Oh yeah, also we are still members of the Extra Life, so if you would like to donate and help out some of the children this time of year, it's a rough time for some of the children out there. For the Children's Miracle Network, go to the link down below and give a little to help them out. So, without further ado, I will introduce my player, or have my players introduce themselves, starting with the gentleman who is, I guess, in some sort of storeroom right below me.
Yes. My name is Curtis Ross. Tonight I am playing Surge, the Shifter Druid. Last time we got captured. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's not so great to stay with these people.
We'll get a recap here in just a second from somebody. Following Surge.
I'm Fritz. I'm a retired Air Force reservist and a retired contractor now too. And I'm running Sergeant Rock, who's a POW.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Prisoner of war.
Oh, I thought maybe you were trying to use some other different terminology to same way. My bad. All right, so following Sergeant Rock is...
My name's Tara. I am playing Belfie, who is quickly realizing that this group who seemingly rescued her from her cryostatic state is possibly a bunch of troublemakers.
No. Who'd give you that idea?
I mean, yeah, trying to save a bunch of kids, but how did this happen?
Well, there's a long story behind it, and I'm sure maybe while you're locked up, somebody in your cell might be able to tell you about it. I don't know. We'll see.
We're not troublemakers. Trouble just finds us.
So, speaking of, the next one in line.
Hello, Todd Meekum. I play ducks, and I like to have fun. And that fun often involves breaking things and killing people. But hey, it's life.
And getting blown up.
I don't ever get blown up. People just blow up around me and I walk and weave through the flames.
Yeah, because he has that nice handy-dandy evasion thing going.
I'm the guy that, have you seen the new commercial for Mountain Dew 2XP with Black Ops Cold War?
Yes.
I'm that guy. Just walking through, never getting hit, everyone around me getting blown up, you know.
So following Todd and Ducks is...
I'm Christy. I play Corporal Punishment, former Army Reserve and Navy. And I'm just unconscious through most of this, so I have no idea what's going on.
That's right, because you were knocked unconscious before and never really given much of a chance to wake you up. We did get you up once, didn't we? And then you just got knocked right back out? Alright. So last is...
Hello, I am Marcus Scott, former Air Force, and tonight I will be playing Brother May I, the group's cleric warlock, who is secretly going to cut ties with them and join the Lich, but don't tell them that.
Secretly. I mean, your cape kind of tells us something.
Don't know what you're talking about.
So, I know it's not very much of a recap for last week, but would anybody like to give a recap for last week?
Sure.
Well,
The,
other than we all got captured. I mean, that's
Yeah, the like 3-week battle finally ended as we all got put to sleep and captured without being killed.
Well, now I was doing
And
you guys were doing a spirit bomb. I mean, it takes a little while.
I was trying to run away, but someone grabbed my beard and took me.
wow, that's a sentence.
I almost made it.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the webs on the red, I would have shut down the sewers.
Oh, and I have learned over the last week how to, since you guys apparently seem to split the party from time to time.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I know how to split the party as far as the maps you see are concerned. It's going to be a headache on my end, but at least you guys can see different things.
Everything we do is a headache on your end, Dan.
I wasn't going to go that route, but sure.
And isn't the party technically split right now?
Technically, yeah, but
Cells,
I
yeah.
put y'all on the same map, so I don't know exactly what you can see. I know what I can see, but I don't know what you can see. So you got captured last week.
On Twitch, I can see everything you see.
I know you can, because that's what shows. Belfie.
Yes.
What else happened last week?
What?
I mean, we were interrupting you. I didn't know if you'd finished.
Oh no, that was pretty much it. We're unconscious and captured. There was not much more to it.
Well, give me a roll, D20.
Okay. I might need it tonight. 18?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
3,
12.
6, 4.
Stop it! Don't mess up my reward.
Disadvantage.
2?
Nothing.
My choice of players?
You have Sulios's Youthful Vitality.
Ooh.
That is a new card. When you use this reward, you may add 2d4 to an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay.
This bonus can be played after the initial check die has already been rolled.
To athletics or acrobatics?
Yes. So pretty much if you realize you've failed, you have a chance to roll anywhere from 2 to 8 points to maybe succeed. Or if you just don't like your roll and you think you need to get a little higher.
I mean, since I have a -1 to athletics, I might use this.
Might come in handy. So, you guys, even the ones who were conscious at the time of surrender, are waking up. You're waking up in a very cold location. You're on a hard floor. You feel a little bit of some straw. It kind of musty smell, rather stinky. A few of you can look around the cell and you'll notice that you're not the only ones in the cell. Also, you'll notice, a few of you might notice, that there's actually bodies in the cell with you.
Are they dead?
There's a few of them that look like they might be dead.
Are we chained up?
You are not chained up, but I will state one thing is for certain. A few of you feel a tad bit disconnected.
Okay.
Like there's a piece of you missing.
Like, can't reach magic if you have it?
I mean, you can certainly try.
I cannot try.
Speaking of
What if
magic,
you don't have magical abilities?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in halfling form, by the way.
Oh.
but speaking of magic, would this rest considered a long one?
Yeah, you all definitely have a long rest.
Oh, that's good, because my 4 hit points were very worrying.
Now, you are also in rags, and you have no weapons.
Fair enough.
And I believe that each one of you can only see what room you're in.
Did I use a prison pocket to hide these tools?
You rolled to hide thieves' tools
A
before.
24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, you're good. Where you
Okay, I
put
have a
them,
question.
that is entirely up to you. But
Under my boob,
so you felt that you've hidden them
like
well
a
enough.
grandmother.
And what was the question?
So
Are they
our
still
hit
there?
points are restored,
You had a long rest, so yes.
but I'm still unconscious.
No, you all are waking up at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
You feel stiff. The ground is cold. You smell mildew, and in some cases, you guys can smell the sweet smell of rot. Because if I'm not mistaken, the bottom cell that that had Sergeant Rock and Corporal Punishment in it, I think Sergeant Rock is pretty good at looking around the room and seeing what's in the corner. You have what looks like a human female, about 18 to 20 years old in the cell with you, Sergeant Rock and Punishment. Dux and May I, there is a kobold in the corner asleep. And Surge and Belfie in your cell, that looks like a young male, probably around between 18 to 20.
Okay, so in the cell I'm in, I can see two people.
Mm-hmm. That's Sergeant Rock, and that is the unknown female.
Okay,
And
that's not the room I'm in.
that's the one your character's in.
That's not the one I'm seeing.
Point out which
Down
one
here?
you're seeing. How are you seeing that one? If your miniature is down here in this one.
We
I
all have
don't
access to
know.
Duxa. So
Yeah,
we can see
and
through
so
Ducks.
All
to
right.
see, I had to pull out my miniature, so you would put it down in the bottom, this bottom cell. You're just pull out your miniature again.
So let me edit Dux so nobody else is seeing through him.
Yeah, it was just set up like that for when we were dealing with absences and such.
All right, so now you can see just that room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
No, I'm isolated in my room.
looking at Sergeant Rock and
Yep.
other stuff.
Unknown female, and then the two dead bodies in the corner.
Okay. Is the female alive?
She seems to be. She's asleep. You can see her chest rise and fall in slumber.
Rock's gonna go
Okay.
check out this one.
Dead for a long time.
Cold.
I'm gonna check.
Not
out
just
this-
cold, but definitely missing some body
Like
parts from
juicy.
rot. I mean, both those bodies have definitely been sitting there for quite a while.
Do we know what kind of bodies they are?
Honestly, they're either elf or human.
Okay, I'm gonna go wake the girl up.
Is it time to go to work?
What?
Oh, they haven't come and got us for work yet.
Where do you work?
Outside. We mine for them.
You mind for who?
The dark elves. Who brought you here?
I have no idea. I've been unconscious for a long time.
We had to surrender to the Dark Elves. I fought till I was all out of resources, and as long as I no longer had the ability to resist, I had to spare your lives by surrendering us.
Spare our lives. I've been down here for 3 months.
Yeah, ma'am, no, I'm not talking about you, but the corporal and I'm Sergeant The Rock, by the way. This is Corporal Punishment. We were part of an armed team that were resisting an attack on the city of Kosna. And the attack was with overwhelming odds. We were not able to sustain the attack, although I believe that we held them off long enough for some of the other active elements in the city to probably defeat the attack. But in the end, once we surrendered, they ceased their attack on the city.
That's good.
How long have you been here?
It's kind of hard to tell. I've been here for quite a while, but I want to say maybe 3 months. The days and nights kind of run together since there's no sun.
Were you one of the children that was abducted?
I was taken with other children, but I was too old for whatever they were sending the others for.
Do you know where the other children are?
I do not.
When you leave this room and you go out in mine, how big is this place?
Well, they only keep us in a small spot. We don't go any further than, I want to say probably within the 20, 30, 40 feet. I don't know. I've not measured it. It's pretty much right outside the door.
And what are you mining?
Crystals, metal, whatever they tell us to mine. We mine it, and they decide if we want to keep it or not.
Are we underneath the city?
Oh, Lord, I have no idea.
And are you from Costa or are you from some other city?
Actually, I am. Thorson, though, on the other hand, I think is from some village further north.
Who did you say?
Thorson.
Is that one of these two guys over here?
Oh, no, that's, they were dead when I got here. That's what happens if they have no burying. They don't care if you die. They're not going to come in and clean you up or bury you. They just let you sit there and rot.
One thing you have to do: poke through the body and see if there's this
Not in accordance with the Geneva Accords of 1929. By proper.
Where's Geneva? I have no idea what that is.
He talks funny all the time. You can just ignore stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well, if they've not come, if you don't mind, if they've not come and got us to work yet, I'm gonna try to get some more sleep because we don't get much as it is anyway.
That's fine. Did they feed you at least?
One time a day at least. You know, we got to keep some of our strength up, but just enough to work, not enough to, I guess, cause problems. So, middle cell.
That us. So the kobold sleeping, you said?
Yep.
Are these white lines our particular cell? Or is this whole thing one cell and there's a bunch of people on
I
it?
think that's just the grid.
That's the,
Okay.
Yeah, that's the grid work for moving around. 5-foot step, da da da.
Okay. All right. Do we have bones in here?
You don't see any bones. What you're seeing is just empty, rotting straw.
Okay. I'd like to search the straw, see if there's any remnants of some living creature at one time.
Go ahead. Give me an investigation check.
I will assist him.
Okay. And let's try that one more time.
You are a horrible investigator.
So, you can tell that there was something living here at one point in time because you're certain that you smell urine and feces
Glad you were
as you're
survived.
digging through the.
So no.
No bones, no small parts.
I'm going to go up to the kobold and just look at him and stealth and use sleight of hand to see if he has anything valuable. while he's
Okay,
sleeping.
she
She.
does not have anything
Kobold would be hard to
valuable.
tell. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
It.
she's wearing the exact same clothes you are, but hers seem to be a little more worn and more dirty. And as you go to search, You find nothing of any, nothing, no pockets, no nothing.
That's unfortunate.
I say you're getting a bit fresh, aren't you?
Yeah, I said sleight of hand. You gotta at least let me try.
Go for it.
No, I can't assist. I don't know.
Hey, you might just have found some cold comfort here.
Yeah, I think he's assisting. Maybe a little too enthusiastically.
Sorry, it's loading.
Yeah, no problem.
Is it cold down here?
It is cool.
And this is a humanoid.
Okay, I will let you
So I
search
searched her without waking her.
without waking her.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to just gently wake her.
Nope. Why don't you go take a look at that piss bucket over there?
I don't want to look at the piss bucket. You look at the piss bucket.
Go look at the piss bucket.
You look at the piss bucket. I don't want to get near the piss bucket. You go touch the piss bucket. You already got your hands all nasty looking through the straw. You go look at the piss bucket.
Let's see if this works. Go look at the piss bucket. Okay.
Fine, I guess you're checking out the piss bucket.
I'm gonna roll that with advantage because piss buckets are nasty.
All right, so looking around the room, you do see a bucket that is empty, but you also see a drain in the middle of your rooms. Big drain.
You go look at the piss bucket.
It's about a 2.5 foot wide drain in the middle with a grate.
Well, while he's distracted, I'm going to put my hand over the kobold's mouth and cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay, go ahead.
To kind of muffle this sound. This is, doing this at the first level.
Shh, 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 shh.
Okay, so you go to cast Inflict Wounds, and you notice your spell's not going off.
Yeah. Okay. Do I lose a spell slot?
Yep.
Okay. That's why I did it. Level 1.
You're a prisoner, and the first thing you think to do is kill another prisoner, right?
Well, yes. Because if that worked, then some other spells, and I would be able to get the components for it by killing this that could help us get out.
I mean, you don't have to use a spell to kill something.
Or a pillow there? Just
Nope, no pillows.
No?
No. So I'll gently shake her awake.
And in the most posh British sounding accent you can think of, coming from a kobold. Yeah.
Who are you? Where are we? And what's going on?
Well, you're in a jail cell. My name is Giggles, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Giggles. You answered 2 to 3. Where the hell are we?
That's the first part. You're in a jail cell.
Where is the cell located at?
Right here.
Are we in a town?
This 15 by 25 foot room of solid stone walls, that's the cell. Just in case you didn't quite understand that.
What I'm talking about is what's outside the cell. Are we in a city? Are we
Oh, no.
underground? Or...
Yes, there you go. You're underground. See the stones in the ceiling? They're not worked.
I'm not a dwarf. I don't know these things.
You sure? Kind of look like one. Bearded,
Weird.
bald, a little sunken, but
Yeah, but I'm a little bit taller than a dwarf.
everybody's taller than me, so how would I know?
That's true. Okay. How many other prisoners are there in this that you know of?
I mean, other than myself, I only knew of 2 others. Now there's 2 more, so now I know 4 others. Yay, we're getting bigger. There's more of us. Ooh, more people to talk to. More eyeballs to play with. I mean, They took my eyeballs. I can't believe they took my eyeballs.
Well, they took all my shit too.
Yes, but eyeballs. I mean, why would they take eyeballs? I've been collecting those things for my entire travels.
Spell components?
No, I just like the way they look at me in the jar.
Hmm. Well, to be fair, I was going to. What's the word I'm looking for?
Snuff my light out?
No, harvest some spell components. But I figured I'd wait.
Murder.
Wait, were you going to kill me in my sleep?
No. I'm just wondering if you've seen any spell components while you've been outside the cell.
Well, I don't know what spell components look like.
Bone, flesh, blood.
Yeah, there's plenty of that out there.
Okay.
I mean, when you go out there and start working, then you'll be your bone, your flesh, and your blood.
I'm going to look at the jail cell. Or the door. Not the jail cell.
Looks like a solid steel door.
Tux, you think you can pick that?
Tools? I don't have any tools. Unless you got something stuffed up your where the sun don't shine that you might want to pull out right now.
How big's this drain here, or is that just
It's
part of the
about a
map?
2-foot drain.
2-foot drain?
2 foot
Not
around.
happening.
Could we not break off some of that and make makeshift lockpick tools for you?
I mean, you can tell
You've obviously
me.
never picked a lock.
No.
I'm
I
trying to figure.
I'd probably do better with your beard hair. Give me some. It's wiry.
I'll pull out a couple strands there.
And a little roach comes crawling off the side of your face.
I need a tooth too,
Oh, there's Cobalt behind you.
and your prosthetic leg.
You got a prosthetic
I need
leg?
my third leg.
Can I see
I
it?
need my.
Show me your leg. No, you couldn't have a
It's my
prosthetic leg.
pants.
Because if you had a prosthetic leg, they would take it from you.
It's my pants. Oh shit, they did.
Oh, you had one of those third prosthetic legs. I gotcha.
It's not 9 o'clock yet. Can I see down in that drain? Is there any?
Nope, but the smell coming from it is atrocious.
I'm around death. How?
Well, I mean, I guess to you it's not that bad of a deal. It's rot and sewage, kind of a combination of the two.
All right.
Then we'll move up to the top stall.
Right. The first thing I do is I check under my bosoms. I see if my lockpick's there.
Serge, do you notice this?
They took your underwire from your bra. Sorry.
I don't care who notices it.
Yeah, I
do
would.
not want to be.
With just my passive being is what it is. It's like,
She starts messing around with her boobs.
Hmm?
And
I don't care.
You do have your lockpicks.
I keep it there. Don't touch it.
So do I still have
Right.
the one that was in my mouth?
You never rolled me a sleight of hand last round to hide a lockpick in your mouth.
So I usually leave one there, but I forgot to tell you that.
I didn't.
It's like the razor blade that I stick up in my mouth. all the
She
time.
literally
Like
rolled to hide a lockpick before she was
Like
taken last week.
a retainer.
Yeah, it fits right here.
Mm-hmm. Nope. I definitely rolled to hide my thieves' tools for sure.
You hid the whole set? That's impressive.
Just a couple lockpicks, not the whole set.
Hey, I said thieves' tools, but if it's just the lockpick,
Well,
I
I mean, I don't know how endowed your halfling is, but I don't.
my
think
roller derby name was Buxom Basher. Take that for what you will.
So, can you hide something that is probably?
I can hide my cell phone under my tit, man.
Well, I was thinking something bigger than a cell phone. It's more like a.
Oh, it's like a little case. It
No,
just
a
says
thieves'
full.
toolkit is more like a roll-out piece of leather. It's probably like maybe 4 times the size of your cell phone.
Yep.
Got to fit in the front prison pocket.
Lame and no. Okay. No, that's fine. Just the lockpicks is fine. But I'm
Are
gonna
they
keep that.
halfling-sized lockpicks?
That's So when we look around, you said there's one other person in the cell with us.
Get a young man leaning in the corner asleep.
What does he look like?
Probably somewhere between 18 to 22. He looks like he would have had bright red hair, but it's all dirty. He's covered in dust and dirt and grime. The clothes he's wearing, of course, are rags just like yours, but it looks like he's been wearing them for months on end.
Mm-hmm. Any bones in our cell?
I don't know. Have you looked?
Well, I mean, I'm looking, but all I see are haystacks, so I didn't know.
As of right now, there are no obvious bones in your cell.
Okay, I'll take that for what it is. Right, at least they didn't put us in here alone then.
Would
How are you
appear
feeling?
not.
Are you able to change? Can you shift form at all?
Well, I feel a little different than normal.
I
That's
don't
for
have
sure.
magic, but
No, they've got that turned off.
yeah, I figured, but wait, you're awake.
Oh, well
I've
then.
been awake since you started playing with your boobs.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you.
oh, fantastic, friendly one. How long have you been here?
Probably about, I don't know, 3 months, I guess. Hold on, let me count the scratches on the wall. Oh, yeah, there's nothing to scratch on the wall with.
Are you going to be helpful at all?
Not if you keep waking me up. I don't get much sleep as it is.
Then I guess I will just whisper it then. No, I'm just kidding. Right.
They
Well,
only
I'll-
allow us a couple hours of sleep before work each day, so, and we
What
don't,
type of work will we be doing?
breaking rocks.
How many guards?
Well, there's usually somewhere around 6 that watch us. Of course, there's the big guy with the whip, and then there's a couple of them that stay in the cabin, I guess is what you'd call it.
The cabin.
Yeah, there's. It's where some of them sleep when they're not on duty, I guess. It's off to the side as soon as you go out the door.
Right. Well, I'll try not to keep you from your sleep. I understand the need when you're held captive to get rest when you can. And I'll go over farther as away from him as I can and kind of motion for Surge to come over. So I only heard one of those hits before your mic cut out.
Yep.
And that just looked awkward, Silent.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, every cell door you hear a bang on it.
Right. Look.
Oh, joy. I guess it's time to go to work.
Listen, and I'm looking at you, Serge, right now, and I'm like, listen, I know it's not ideal, but play along for now. Do what we can to learn what the habits are. It's going to be the only chance that we have to get out. And I might have a way to help that. But we have to learn things here before we can move forward.
I got a few things, but yeah, not much I can do.
And we have to see where the others are. Because we can't see, I mean, they're like closed off rooms, right? Like we can't hear them or anything. Or can we?
Would I have been able to hear them with my passive as they've been talking and going about their business in the other cells?
No, it's at least a foot solid rock between you and them.
Okay.
All right, the doors are open.
Are there any bones in our cell from these corpses?
I mean, you can dig through the bodies if you want to and pull bones.
No, I don't really want to dig through bodies. Okay.
That's a rock of good.
All right, so go ahead and give me we'll say an investigation check on the body before the door gets opened, because technically you had a little bit of time. I was just jumping conversations between each cell.
Although he was using much of that time to complete a briefing on survival that is inspirational enough to give everybody in our cell 18 temporary hit points. And
Yeah,
an 18, he finds a nice bone.
and I would have. You said there's straw.
Mm-hmm.
I would have tried to ritual cast as normal water breathing.
And it doesn't seem to go. Doesn't seem to be effective.
Okay. I'll just leave that piece of straw on me then.
Yeah, you don't feel the usual wash over you that you would when your magics are effective.
Mm-hmm.
Although
Luckily,
I'm
Are
kind of
you?
curious this before we get pulled out of here. I will attempt to look in the cell adjacent to mine, not using a spell so much as an invocation.
Don't know exactly how the invocations will work. I mean, if they're magic based or not. I want to say they're warlock, right? Warlock magic.
Yep, it's more like ability anyway.
As if you were concentrating on a spell. So, you're unable to see through the wall at this point in time. Now, I don't know exactly how well that works out with the invocations because I've not dealt with the invocations in the past, so bear with me.
There's the inspiring work.
That's more of you doing a feat-based speech, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna let that one go through. Just the one that says, concentrating as if on a spell, won't.
So am I able to extend my claws?
Nope.
So curses are stopped too?
It would appear so. You are stuck in your current form. You can't change the form whatsoever. Okay, so the doors get opened up. Do you roll me an investigation? I will say what exactly are you looking for in there?
I'm looking for a sturdy enough bone that it would make an implement, something I could smack a nail with or something.
I left your devil sight on. I didn't think about that. It's an invocation as well.
Doesn't require concentration, really.
I know, but it's kind of a magic benefit from your warlock class.
Mm-hmm.
We'll work around it. So you were looking for what per se?
A sturdy enough bone that I could, say, smack a pounded nail down or something like that with it.
Oh yeah, there's a broken femur.
That's
Well, one's broken, the other one is not broken. So you're able to salvage, I guess, one broken, slimy femur. Bless
tucked
you.
under my.
And you hear in common, all right, some of you know the drill, and I'm say a fair amount of you are new. It's time to go to work. Grab a pick and start breaking stones. Standing in front of you is a rather bald and built dark elf. He's got a huge battle axe on his back and a whip in his hand. And as you step, and you'll notice the other two just kind of step out and they walk straight up, grab a pick, and start breaking rocks.
I'm going to kind of follow suit because I want to see what the patterns are here.
As you come out and look around the room, some of you notice that there are at least 5 within sight, drow, not counting him, standing around you.
Boy, do you have a smaller one? This one's a little bit too big and heavy.
Rock goes right to work. He is busting rocks like a champ.
Alright, so you just asked about having a smaller one.
Maybe not like a champ. He hasn't used a pick in years.
Currently, what is your... He missed you with the first lash of the whip, but he hits you with the second lash of the whip. You will take 22 points of damage. That'd be ducks.
22.
Best not to start any trouble. Break the rocks.
Can you tell us what some of these things in the room are? Like the blue circle things and
These blue circle things here, those are glowing mushrooms. That's what's giving light for those in here who can only see with light.
and what's below, like what's this thing here?
The circle?
This thing.
That's the dude. That's the drow that was giving you orders.
Oh,
But
not
it-
the,
like
so
a
that's
pool of
different than
light.
these dudes.
Yeah, he seems to be a lot larger and more in charge. The others all look like basic hooded drow. Hands constantly on their weaponry. This is some sort of like little water trough. Apparently, they might let you drink something periodically.
And what's the white circle at the top? This thing.
That's a stone. Stalagmite.
Oh, okay. All right. So they don't really care where we're breaking stones at, as long as we're breaking stones.
It seems to be in the center here and against the wall. You'll see different crystals and stones and minerals in different locations.
And what's in the cart?
The cart, this one here, these two are empty, of course. This one here looks like it has some sort of amethyst-based stones in it, like gemstones of sorts. I just filled it with the same color, but it's just full of gemstones and some, looks like mithril maybe? I mean, you wouldn't know for certain unless you're a smith. And
Were
of course, there's a bunch of holes where somebody's been digging.
Did it appear that there were other cells in another location, or does it look like this is the only prisoners they currently have?
This appears to be the only prisoners they currently have. You'll see, of course, there's a door up here.
Can barely see that, but okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm pointing out. There is an actual door sitting right here. As you get close to that door, this guy pulls both his weapons out and shakes his head.
Oh, I was trying to do this rock here.
No, it's a stalagmite, not an actual...
Oh,
He points at the stones with all the shinies and in the center and down towards the south side of the map.
yeah. The center for me is completely dark.
Me too. Because that's where the light from the glowing stones doesn't touch that far.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see if I can adjust that for you.
I'm not sure which center you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody should be able to see that.
And I reached out mentally to communicate with Rock.
Nope, doesn't work.
It's not magical.
The Ghostwise race ability.
Okay. So yeah, I need to adjust that to where there's low light vision further out, and I have not done so yet.
While you're doing that, can I step away for 1 second? That's
Yes,
all
go
right.
ahead. Go ahead. It's not revealing. How many foot does it reveal for you?
And while I'm walking around, I'm trying to get like some idea of the size of this place.
You'll notice they only let you go so far. Once you start to stray too far away from where the stones and such are at,
Mm-hmm.
they pull their weapons, point at you, and point back the direction you should be going. Now, does that give you guys?
That just made it way darker.
That got rid of this area.
Yeah.
Well, then what the hell? Oh, okay. I know what the deal is. All right, so does that still do it?
Still dark.
That changed a lot of lighting.
All right, hold on.
And step away a sec as well.
All right, so I need to figure out what happened to that one. That didn't change anything. What the hell's going on here? Okay, dynamic lighting. Bright light 20 feet, low light 40 feet. So why is it not working?
You need to turn directional light on.
If I do that, then how's that? Nope, I guess nothing.
Yeah, that changed it back.
But you still don't see.
Still don't see the center.
Rock does. Rock can see everything.
Yeah, but you got your vision on.
Yeah, because like I have 60-foot vision, so I should be able to see.
How's that do?
That didn't change.
Open it back up to where it was.
Alright, where you at? There you are. Okay, that made a little more brightness, I think, for you.
No, that didn't change any.
No?
The only
Okay.
light that I see is the light that's being provided from the objects that are emitting light. This one,
Yeah, it's
one I
supposed to
assume.
be bright light up to 20 feet and a low light out to 40. But you're not even getting low light, are you?
No, I'm not getting dark
No.
vision at all even.
So I'll just do this.
Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine. We're trying to get this lighting right because apparently it's not even giving you guys the dim light out to a certain rating. Alright. What the? Okay, well, I've changed the lighting to 30 feet out.
Do you need to change our individual characters so we have our dark vision? Or?
No, that shouldn't do anything with the light you're able to see. You should be able to see light, period.
No.
Well, let's see. Night vision is not on. Vision is on.
Do you need to reveal anything or?
Well, let's check that out. Fog of War's not even on.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Yeah, see, the only way you're able to see anything is because of light. Something's emitting light, so you can see it. That's the same with Belfie here. The only way she's able to see is because these lights are emitting light. But these lights should be emitting enough light for you to see by. So let's try this. Maybe I'll have to do it here.
I really thought the lighting would be fixed. I'm
I
kidding.
kind of fixed it. Something changed. Is that just
Ooh,
the
yeah, yeah.
dynamic lighting?
That's much better.
Eh,
Alright. I changed it in one, I needed to change it in the others.
Ooh.
That's
Hey,
much
thanks.
better.
So you just had to turn up the lights.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just turned them up.
Rheostat in the corner.
They're on a dimmer on the side of the wall. Just
Yeah.
Alright, so there you go.
If it was properly wired, you would just say, Alexa, turn up the lights.
Alright, so what it is just wasn't enough emitting light in the other. So it's supposed to be emitting bright light to certain footage and then dim light past that, but it wasn't doing the dim light part.
So now everybody can see the whole.
Everybody can see what's in the middle.
right. So if I were to walk over here and start busting up some rocks, do we hear any of the guards talking to each other? Are they just standing silent?
For the most part, they're standing silent. And the only time they ever pull swords out is when you guys walk close to them. Other than that, they've got hand crossbows aimed. Actually, it wouldn't be hand crossbows. It would be actual crossbow, the big, heavy
Yeah.
two-handed crossbows, which are on slings. Hold on. Apparently, I have to take care of something on...
On what?
Do you want to be famous?
Yep.
I've already reported him.
Yeah, but I can actually literally ban him from the page. So.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for reporting him, but I can actually click in and ban him as well. So.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no interactions that I notice between them at all. They're just straight-eyed.
You know what? Give me a perception, an active perception, if you're trying to see if there's any kind of communication. Periodically, yes, you do notice some kind of communication.
What do I notice?
You're certain that you don't understand it, but it reminds you a lot of well, Thieves' Cant's more of changing words around to make a conversation, or you can scrawl or write, put symbols down,
Mm-hmm.
or hand gestures. Well, they're using hand gestures. It looks like to talk to each other.
Okay. How long? I didn't ask.
What did you ask?
I was gonna say I didn't ask the person in our cell how long we're usually out at once, but while we're out, since I'm familiar with kind of that style of secret language, am I able to discern any patterns from it?
The only pattern you're able to discern is when one flashes certain symbols to another across the room, you see them return with other different symbols. As far as determining what they're saying, no.
Yeah, it doesn't like follow an action after a certain symbol.
No, it's almost as if they're having some sort of conversation amongst themselves that is nonverbal.
I'm gonna start paying attention to that though, if I could.
Okay.
Rock's over here breaking stuff off this little crystal thing there, and he's gonna glance over and just gonna talk to this guy. Like, you really won the deluxe duty, didn't you? You must have to do something pretty special to get this chore. Yeah, you're clearly the best of the best. Kind of hero, I imagine.
Do the hand signals increase while Rock is trying to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay.
You notice he's got it down to the side and he's moving the hands. The entire time Rock's talking to him, you see him move his hands. His face doesn't change, his body doesn't change, but he does flash his hands in different little.
Does it look
Patterns.
like almost like they're trying to hide that conversation from the guy with the whip? Like if it's down by his side, he's being pretty private about it.
Well, it's more of a he wasn't making it known to Rock that he was actually
Okay.
talking to somebody else.
Okay. And do I see who's responding to him? If Rock's talking to this person, do I see who's responding?
One directly from him, across from him.
Okay.
Can I roll? To see if I happen to notice despite his efforts?
What is your passive?
Passive is 14.
Yeah, you notice that his hands are moving, but he's not paying you. He's not talking to you or showing any sign that he actually heard you speak. You would you would recognize it as more of like a sign language kind of thing, but
Like-
not something you recognize. I mean, you don't know it, but you know that that's kind of what it is.
Right. I'll glance over my shoulder at the guy across the way and glance back and go, oh, is that guy telling you he thinks I'm attractive? Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm pretty sure I'm his type.
All right, so let's see if this guy notices anything. Oh hell no, he's apparently he's keeping an eye on May I and Thorson here. This guy doesn't like to be too close to you. He's not going to give you room, so he's going to step away.
Do these guys look heavily armored?
Yes. Now, not heavy armor, but they are definitely armored.
Okay.
They are wearing. Give me a second, I'll tell you exactly what they're wearing. For the most part, they are wearing studded leather armor and they get little buckler shields on their forearms.
Okay.
Now, the big guy.
He's probably wearing plate.
Where's he at? Let's see. No, he looks like he's wearing just studded leather, but he's not carrying any kind of a shield.
Okay.
Do we notice any sets of keys on any of them?
You do
Or
not-
any
Yeah,
daggers?
actually, I will. Well, I mean, they're loaded to bear.
Okay.
They got each one are carrying or wielding. Let's see, 2 short swords and a heavy crossbow. As far as that's anything other than that, you don't see anything. The big guy is got a. What kind of sword would we call that? He's got a heavy crossbow. Doesn't have a heavy crossbow on his. He's got a large whip, which has several tendrils off of it, and each one looks like it's got some sort of metal or razor wire tied in with the leather.
Okay.
And he's got this huge, I won't say broadsword, I guess, draped over his shoulder.
Okay. And I take it my detect magic wouldn't go off, right?
Does not.
Okay.
Something is inhibiting magic in the area.
Okay.
Um,
And these hand signals don't look arcane.
They don't look
Right.
like they're casting spells. They look like they're literally conversing with each other somehow.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead,
Oh
Tara.
no, you're good. Good.
Is everything as it seems? Does which site still work? That does require concentration and
As far as you can tell, everything is as it seems.
Um, are we able to? Are there chunks of rocks over here too? My sight's black over there. Like if I go over here, I can't see anything.
Over where?
Over here.
As you move that direction, you'll notice two of the crossbows get pointed your direction and take the heads.
Right. So these rocks don't hit, but these rocks hit. Got it. And I'll go back to where I was.
I'm gonna talk to this dude up by the door and say, "Hey, where's that door go to?"
You'll
Why
notice.
can't I mine a stalag something or other?
You notice none of them really respond to you. No verbal communication between you and the other outside guards. Now, when you guys start to ask questions, this guy does move forward, and he will respond. He says, "Is there an issue? You don't know how to break rocks?"
I don't know the difference between rocks. Sorry, I've never done it before.
You break shiny rocks.
Oh,
You
that's
know
not
what a
shiny
shiny rock looks like, right? You know, the ones that got the gleam. That's why we have lights for you, friggin' Iblith.
Well, that's in a light too. I just didn't know that that wasn't part of the stuff we're supposed to break.
No, not in the light. We have lights so you can see the shiny, the reflective.
Oh, they have to reflect. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Break the middle rocks or break against the wall. Stay away from that door.
Why? Is there something I'm not supposed to see back there?
All right.
I mean, I don't even know where I'm at. You know.
With a 19, he lets that cracks that whip again.
Okay.
So you'll take 27. 7 points of piercing and 20 poison.
Seems to favor that whip a bit.
Break the rocks, prisoners. I don't know why we keep using these stinking ibliths.
Rock is kind of commenting to this guy right here. He got just thumbs over his shoulder, kind of indicating this guy over here, and goes, "You know, I think that guy would like that whip." And then I break some rocks.
Give me a swing with your pick to see how effective you are.
Like an attack, I'll use my bayonet like it was a pick. Oh man, yeah, I lay into it.
Oh yeah, you're breaking off. Looks like amethyst crystal left and right. Getting a pretty good haul there. Who else is breaking rocks?
I'm going to.
Are they all
Sorry.
amethyst?
No, there's some amethyst. There's some ruby. There's some actual metal. So you got
Would we know where such a place exists?
as far as
that
you can
they would have all
tell,
these
where you're looking at,
rocks?
you're in a cave system somewhere. That's all you know. Now, as far as where in the world you can find these stones, mining can be done all over. It's just a matter of finding the right vein.
Especially in the Underdark.
If we're
Rock-
looking at the other prisoners, are they just like steadily going, no issue? They're just doing what they're told.
Oh yeah, they're breaking rocks and loading what they get into the wheelbarrows, the carts.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and break some rock as well. What do you want for that?
Basic attack roll.
It's a D20. That's a 1. I am a weak little one.
You're a halfling.
Checks out.
So
Halfling luck.
you go to
You gotta-
swing it, And
I'm not
I need Surge to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
What? I'm not by. Oh, well, yeah, you're kind of far back.
Yeah. So deck save.
So, as you're standing there trying to work on the crystal or whatever you're near, or the vein of metal
It's a
you're
big
at,
pick. I'm
this
small.
pickaxe flies up and slaps you right in the shoulder for, we'll say, once it rolls for me, about 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Sorry.
As she pretty much lost the grip of that thing and it flew back and hit her.
I will meekly come back and get it. And while I'm doing it, I will whisper, "We need to see what the patterns are still for night." And go back
By
and
the
try.
way, you will notice a chuckle, maybe an under the breath chuckle, when your pickaxe left your hands and hit one of your party members.
I'll look at the one who made the chuckle and be like, like, oops.
Rock is going to proceed over to Belfie to admonish her. Hey, yeah, this squad doesn't make a mess like that. We got to handle our tools correctly. And while I'm over there, I kind of whisper to him, I need ruby dust. Scrounge up ruby dust you can. Where's Belfie? Oh,
Right here.
yeah. So Belfie's here, and then I continue over to here. Yeah, you guys make sure you use these tools correctly. We don't want our masters here to get the idea we don't know how to use equipment. And I'm conveying that I need ruby dust to all these guys. If you can pocket some ruby dust, that would be great. Now go back to work on this one over here.
I will see this guy here and say, hey, I'm a little feeble. Is it right if I work on these little crystals here?
Who do you walk up to?
I'm not walking right up next to him, but this guy down here. I was looking to take care of these over here because I am a little feeble. Does he have issue or?
As you move that direction, he does aim the heavy crossbow in your direction. When you stop and start picking at one of those stones, he lowers it.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
Not my strong suit either. That's why I've been waiting.
go ahead, Serge.
All right. What do you want? An attack roll with
Sure.
the pick to the thing, or an athletics check like he gave?
Either one of those two will work for me.
Okay, I'll just go with a.
Fine.
It's probably gonna be a +0 either way, and it's just gonna be easier just to roll the athletics. 6.
See,
I'm gonna say
it seems that Sergeant Rock's doing the best at the moment.
I'm gonna say to the big guy that whipped me, some of our people are kind of weak. Why don't the big ones just do the rocks and they could maybe carry the stuff to the
Break rocks.
carts?
Break rocks.
They're not very good at that.
I don't care.
Oh. Okay. Thought I'd offer.
After my
Apparently,
measly-
our new recruits here, or our new guest, seem to think there's a choice in the matter. You're here for a reason. Break the rocks, put them in the cart. That is all you need to do. And you don't need to speak to do so.
You gotta say, Mr. Cotter, Mr. Cotter.
I am not going to put my best effort into breaking rocks for them. I'm just going to minimally do what I can.
What about you, Ducks?
I mean, I can barely pick up the pickaxe. But I
Samesies.
guess I'm over there trying to break rocks. I lift it up and drop it on and see what comes off.
Do you want
I
to give
don't
me
have any strength.
You want to give me an
I'm a
athletics?
-1. And I told them this pickaxe too big. They didn't listen to me. Instead, they whipped me. So I'm over here trying to break a rock. Not making much progress.
Reminds me of my 9-year-old. Fine, I'll make my bed. Throws everything on the bed.
Okay, go ahead and give me either an athletics or an attack roll.
Hey,
You seem to be doing all right. Apparently,
I'm at a disadvantage because I have a negative to strength.
yeah,
So
but
if
you're
I'm using
doing a lot better
strength-based
than May I
attack,
and Surge.
then I got an
Or
8.
me.
I rolled an 8 to do it.
Yes, but you're doing better than Surge and May I.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
me.
just because I'm a dexterous person. They're just robe wielding people that have no magic anymore.
Yeah,
All right, so this goes on hours.
Am I able to tell how many hours?
Well, I don't know. Do you have a way of counting or keeping count?
Sure, I'm going to count. Since we're not talking, I'll just be counting under my breath.
All right. So,
And I'm still trying to mentally communicate, see if I can break down whatever mental barrier they put up.
by the
And
way, I did put up the information I put in was the information that entails an anti-magic zone.
And Rock is periodically, he's making a best effort. He's actually being an honest worker here. And then, but he also circulates among his guys there and kind of just checks up on people. But he also reminds them, if you get any ruby dust, he's trying to collect a pretty good supply of ruby dust from anybody who's in a position to hack on rubies. And he keeps an eye out for rubies that he can split.
All right. So, as you guys are breaking rocks, other than keeping count, is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I just want to notice
anything
patterns.
else you guys are doing?
I'm trying to discern patterns in the shift changes, how long they stay in certain positions, how frequently we get water breaks, that type of thing.
All right. So with positions, you do notice that the drow that are keeping an eye on you do move to where they're at least 15 or more feet from each one of you as you're working. So, like I said, if this guy right here is technically he's not going to be there. He's not going to be surrounded by you guys. So as you move closer, he'll either levitate up the wall or somewhere to keep.
So they're using magic.
Well, that's right. They can't. No, thanks. No, thanks for reminding me of that. So they will move around the room to make sure they're at least 15 feet from whoever. They don't want to have anybody right up on them. Now, periodically, you do notice out here in the shadows, for those who can't see too far, there might be one or two that are out there in the shadows that, you catch a glimpse of periodically.
Okay.
Yeah, Rock sees one. I'll let you know that I see. Yeah, there's even more of them that are kind of hiding around the corners.
All right, so I guess technically then your Ghostwise Halfling mind ability, I guess, would still work, is what you're saying there. Right, Dux?
Yeah, because my mental ability isn't magical. Neither are my monk abilities because they're not considered magical.
They're using key. All right. So then, yeah, if you want to communicate with one of them, you're more than welcome. One of your group, you're more than welcome to.
All right, so I just periodically check in with everyone, see if what they're planning, what's going on, see if anyone's got anything, and I periodically sleight of hand pocket shinies.
All right.
In my prison
big
pouch.
shinies or small shinies?
Well, I have a very small prison pouch, so small shinies.
Ooh, shiny. Never mind.
All right. It's only 8:38, so we'll continue.
I'm talking about my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Get your minds out of it.
We don't.
No.
We'll just make you the butt of the joke. So.
Well, I guess eventually it'll make it to that prison pouch either way.
Yes.
Well, only if you swallow.
Well, they're probably going to check my mouth eventually, so.
Well, there's no telling. So let's see. Your count. You get up to about 4 hours in count.
Okay.
And you've not taken a break yet.
What about going over for some water?
Well, they don't lead you over to the water.
But I go around every hour or so and go, okay, everybody get a drink of water and then get back to work.
Do they allow us to get water?
It doesn't
Do
look
we
like
just-
he hinders you from getting water as long as you don't stand there for very long.
I will water myself periodically.
Okay.
Now, mind you, when you get to the point you need to use a bathroom break, there is no such thing.
It's okay. The world is my urinal.
Oh, and it definitely smells like this area has been used for that on numerous occasions.
Right. I mean, we just watch what the other prisoners do because they're in the
Mhm.
same boat. And
Yeah.
they've already been. So I try to get the guys to use that cart.
And Dan, I'm specifically looking for some mithril while I'm mining.
Do you, as a character, would you know what mithril looks like in its raw form?
I assume I should, but
How about
that's
give me an intelligence check, just a straight intelligence.
Yeah, I had to go for my best skill, didn't you, Dan?
I didn't go for it. You're the one that chose for it.
Well, is it something that you use in spells?
He doesn't do spells.
A 10 sounds good. I like a 10.
You find shiny rocks.
It's a 10.
And do they dent when I like hit them? Does it bend like metal? I know what metal does.
Yeah, I mean, when you hit it with a pickaxe, it does ding and bend, and because it is still in its raw form.
Perfect. Put some of that in my mouth behind my molar.
Uh-huh.
If you have any feelings, it's not a good idea.
It's a little before my time.
All right, so you've gotten up to 6 hours.
All right. And Rock, whenever he kind of escorts people over and does a water break, he says, "How's it coming on the ruby dust?"
So I
He's
mentally communicate to Rock that I've swallowed a few gems.
It's gonna hurt.
And they hurt. They're raw.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be painful on the way out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I know how to
roll for anal
regurgitate. It's
bleeding.
okay. They will come back out the way they came in.
yeah, Dex won't care.
Can I try?
I'll just rage before I do it, so I take half damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, rage poop.
This looks like an angry pile of poo. I don't know. Just looks angry.
It smells a little extra strong. Yeah.
You didn't
Someone's
have
gonna have
hemorrhoids
hemorrhoids.
before, you will after.
Yeah.
Well, every once in a while, I'll just rub some ruby dust on my horns, like they're bothering me.
Okay. As you do that, of course, they start to glitter a little bit in the light.
Mm.
Let's see. You've got up to 7 hours.
So, if I were to say swing my axe badly and have it land accidentally by the feet of one of these guards, could I go pick it up without them?
As you move closer to pick it up, he kicks it your direction and steps away.
All right.
Hey, boss man, when's chow?
When the day's done.
Do we notice anybody coming and going from that?
Well, once you guys get a cart filled up, it gets pushed down the rail, and a few minutes later, an empty one comes back up.
But what about that door to the north? Do we see anybody coming and going from that door throughout the workday
Okay, you've been counting up to 6 hours so far, right?
so far?
7.
7? All right.
Yeah,
So around we'll say the eighth hour.
Oh God, 8 days, no break. Okay.
There are 2 that come out. Actually, there'll be 3. And one will come out, then the woman, it looks like she's wearing priestess outfit, will walk out, and then another one will come out behind her, and they'll flank her. She'll look around as if she's assessing the situation.
Rock will salute and say, "All prisoners accounted for, ma'am."
Oh Jeebus.
She will say something in a language I don't think anybody here speaks.
Let me look. I do not know it, guaranteed.
Oh, that's the perfect way to make sure no one speaks it. It's a language that no one here speaks.
I don't know for certain. Does anybody here speak Undercommon or Drow?
I speak Undercommon.
All right.
Ooh.
So you definitely know that it's not Undercommon.
I speak Drow.
Let me check your character sheet right quick.
He's adding it like right now.
No, I just
It's
celestial.
musical, as if it's Elven, but you guys know it's not Elvish. It's
I'm going to connect to her mind and see if I can catch the images of what she's saying.
Ooh.
Because we all form pictures before we speak anyway,
all
right?
right. So before you do that,
We're in an anti-magic zone.
well, yeah, but still, a person still has a mind.
That doesn't mean that they can detect that I'm there.
No, but they can. If you have a strong mind, somebody else can invade it. So I have a 24
we're gonna
wisdom
have a
save.
battle of wills.
Pretty much. If you want to go ahead and roll me give me a wisdom check, and we'll see if you can bypass her. Nope.
Good effort, though.
Yeah, it was a real good effort.
I thought tie goes to the attacker, just like when you're attacking someone's armor.
But you rolled a 21. I rolled a 24.
I thought you said that you had a 21. I was like, yes, I got it.
Nope.
Nope, I had a 24.
I hit a
She
barrier.
actually, as you go to try to connect with her mind to see what is coming, she stops speaking and looks around the room.
My eyes are on my work, picking.
I'll turn to this guy. You know, I'm a lot better in the kitchen than here as I slowly chip away at these things.
I'll just be staring at her because she's talking.
Okay, since you're staring at her while she's
You made eye
talking,
contact.
she points at you, says something to the two beside her, and then walks back inside.
Throughout the day, Duck said that he was going to try and like make contact with everybody. I would have let him know at that point that I'm trying to figure out patterns and let him know that I noticed the communication with the hands and that I have a set of lockpicks on me once we figure out what the guard situation is and the evening situation is.
So we've been here for 8 days or 8 hours?
8
Hours.
hours. Picking.
Okay, so that, I mean, I've had 8 hours to observe them with a 23 perception. I got it down, right?
Yeah. Now, after your little incident and the point at corporal punishment, one of the guys that came out with her walks over to one of the others. They've been out here hiding in the shadows, whispers something to him, and then he takes off down along the tracks. And he goes back inside.
So now we're not going to have a baseline of normal activity to go off of what their patterns are. Super awesome.
So, by the way,
I
did I
love the
mention
people's eyebrow, by the way, Belfie.
I was
So I love the people's eyebrow on your character.
Thank you.
So I've been having everybody urinate into the cart that we're filling so that they haul away the
I would not be doing that.
No, that's the one where
As,
we want them
as
to
you
haul-
go to urinate in the carts, the whip cracks near the cart. He's shaking his head.
I couldn't even reach the top of the cart to do that. I'm small.
All right, so 10 hours.
All right.
12 hours.
10 hours. Fall over and
I
collapse.
definitely got some exhaustion going on right now.
Yeah, I go down, flop.
Nope, I've been sipping water.
All right,
Yeah,
so
but we haven't eaten anything. We've been working for 10 hours straight.
Yep.
Not
First of
well.
all-
I'm rolling ones. I'm very bad at this.
Well, that doesn't mean we're not trying.
Yes, it
I
does.
made a good effort. And then
I'm
I
not
just
trying.
then
I'm
I-
just lackadaisical.
out.
I mean, I'm putting on a show like I'm trying, I would think, but I'm not hitting it very hard at all.
all right, so Sarge, you say you went down?
I'm down. Yep.
All right, so where is...
With all that walking around reminding us to drink water. You can conserve your own energy there.
Thorson goes and picks you up and says you need to keep working.
I need to rest. And I spend a inspiration and I will attempt to intimidate this guy saying, we need rest. And
You're
I'm gonna
okay.
say,
You've
if you
intimidated him.
cannot Your boss will know you're responsible for abusing us and destroying the effort here. You better let us get some rest.
Okay, so you've scared the shit out of the kid that came up to help you. So
Yeah.
he's like, okay, you're on your own. It goes back to work.
Oh, there was a kid who came over?
Yes.
He's the guy from
I
our
was like,
cell.
well, I lay there and don't even respond at all to the kid. And anyway,
All right. So this one will come over and he's going to try to encourage you to get up and
Oh.
work.
Now you can do that.
yeah. When it's a dro, I intimidate the dro.
All right. So go ahead and give me your intimidation.
The 27.
Intimidation goes against what's that? Insight. Insight's a wisdom. Not that he cares, but he definitely misses you with his whip. And we'll walk inside and talk to his boss.
Oh no, we don't want attention.
Tink.
want?
I'm just shaking my head going,
Hank.
oh, this might be a solo escape after all.
All right, so you're down on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, so after a few minutes, these two guys will come pick you up and throw you back in your cell.
And while they're doing that, I'm going to mosey around here.
There's still other guards.
Mosey around where? Into the wall?
In between. Is this a passageway here?
It is not. It's just the rock right up against the wall.
I collapse very shortly after rock.
Okay. I couldn't tell if this was because I see the tracks here.
Yeah, you can see the track, but there's not enough room to slip through there. Let me get back to the proper layer. Because, like I said, once these two have moved him off, the others will move into position to make up for the them
The
being
loss
out
of
of
the
the
guard.
Yep. This one will move over here. As you go down, Ducks, right next to you is that woman, or that young girl. She leans down and she whispers to you, if you don't work, you don't eat.
We already work.
I shakily stand back up, and my efforts are about half of what they were before.
Okay. All right, and these two, once they've thrown you in there, one will stay here and the other one will move right around here. Look like he's about to kick you to get you up. Now, this has been 2 hours after that one guy left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So from your angle, you do see a drow come back in. And this time he's followed by somebody in a cloak.
Okay. Do I recognize the cloak?
It's just a dark cloak. But
Nothing like what we dealt with over
you may
in
have
that other.
you may have seen something similar, but because you're certain you see things
Are
hanging
those
out.
tentacles under the hood?
No, not at all.
It's Zoidberg.
Sword's fine.
So yes, you do notice there are little tentacles hanging out from underneath the hood.
They bring in a mind flayer because that's a little effed.
And he'll make his way inside the door.
I knew that this was an illicit operation.
Dun dun. All right, so
When
actually,
they came in, did
Sergeant
we notice
Rock,
any reaction
I
to
put you in the
them
wrong
from the
cell.
guards,
I put
Dan?
you here. They stand a little straighter.
Did they back away from him at all?
Oh
or
yeah,
just
they don't want to be anywhere near him.
About how far of a distance did they try and keep from him?
About 20 feet.
Okay.
Give or take. So let me go ahead and add that to my list.
Crap that she's noticed. And I will communicate that to Dux if he's still trying to keep mind link. up at all.
Okay.
And I will
Are you
also encourage
communicating
you to
that they tried to stay away from the guy?
about 20 feet. Yeah. And I will encourage you to keep going so you can eat.
I'm trying.
Okay, so we were at 10. Now we're at 11. You're still counting, I'm taking it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, right about 12 hours, you hear the crack of his whip, and as soon as that crack of the whip goes, you see Giggles walks over here, stands in front of the door. She walks over, stands in front of the door.
I will follow suit.
And Thorson walks up to his room, stands in front of the door.
I will follow to a door.
Does it seem to matter what door we go to? Like, are they being strict about you go to your door?
The ones that you know of that were in the rooms that you found them in are going to their door. Exactly what door to go to?
I will ask the kid that was in ours and be like, do we have to go in the same rooms each night?
They like to keep the same number in each room.
But the person doesn't matter. Like, they don't care who's in what room.
What? I guess not. All right. She'll go in. Who's next in line on the bottom door?
Condominiums?
Yes,
All
they're
right. So the
they're
door
little
shuts
condos.
right behind. Door shuts right behind Dux as he goes in. Giggles goes in. Belfie, your door's open.
All right, I'm gonna go in the same one that I was in before.
All right. Thorson goes in and sits down. Your door's still open. As soon as you step in there, Surge, the door is closed.
I'm gonna stay by this door, and I want to listen to see if I can hear anything outside that door.
All right. So it looks like May-I's gone in his room. Corporal Punishment, the only door that's still left open is the middle room.
Okie doke. Guess I will head that way.
Dux, you showing me what you can see?
No, that's how far my telepathy can go.
Do you have to see your target?
No, I just
Okay.
have to feel a mind.
And I'm gonna keep watch of what's going on outside the door, if I can see through it.
Do you still have? Okay, so I'm guessing that I didn't put that on the dynamical layer. I put that at the pink lines you guys can see.
Yeah,
What?
we can see the pink line. I can see the pink lines.
What pink lines? I do not see any pink lines.
Nah, it's because it's down here the cells.
Okay, well, if I
Okay.
can't see outside the door, I'll listen for anything outside the door.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure the light's right. All right, so yeah, you hear. Give me perception checks. It's kind of muffled, but you can still hear things.
All right. 16.
All right. Anybody else?
Are you trying to listen for something?
I'm trying to see if I can hear how many guards are still out there.
Okay. I will go ahead and just shift racially. It gives me advantage on my wisdom checks. So,
What are you shifting to?
just my racial feature. I'm not actually wild shaping.
More cat-like than what he
Okay.
was.
So,
Ooh, very nice. Any details? Any details at all?
well, it wasn't a natural 20.
But still.
All right. So with you, you hear conversations. Not that you can tell what those conversations are.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the movement of feet. You hear what sounds like a cart or something being rolled out because you can hear the squeaky wheel. And then just as you guys got your ears to it, it's, everybody else I'm taking is doing the same thing. I see Corporal's got it going. Um, a panel, a little slide door.
I was
Open.
gonna say I don't really have my ear to it. I'm just sitting close to it with my hands, with like my back towards the door.
All right, so a slide door opens, and a couple like chunks about that big. First door, 3 chunks about that big of mushroom gets dropped in the door.
I was nervous at first. You were going to say chunked meat. I was like, what is it with this campaign and chunky meat?
Second
Chunks.
door, 3 chunks of mushroom get tossed in. Third door, 2 chunks of mushroom get tossed in.
Right.
Guessing my door is the third door.
Yes, your door is the third door.
Sorry, Rockman, for you.
Let me investigate the mushrooms. I want to make sure there's nothing.
Give me a nature check.
Sure, I am.
I'll assist you.
Do you want to do it?
Oh, okay. I mean, I can take a look. You were just
I will
looking, I
assist
guess.
you.
Okay.
I don't know
not-
much about them.
Well,
You're not certain of the type of mushroom it is, but you can tell by the way it's the front. I don't know what the actual word is for the piece, the part that's up underneath the cap.
The ridges or whatever.
Yeah, but you can tell by looking at it. It more likely it's an Underdark version of a mushroom you've dealt with topside. It is edible. I mean, maybe not tasty, but it is edible.
Not poison. It's not going to put us to sleep. It's not going to.
No, it's not poison.
Okay.
yeah.
That's all I was caring about.
Sorry
Now-
about that.
No,
So
no
the
problem.
company that contact me, I ordered a massage chair that's $1,500. I want them to deliver it. They've been trying to arrange delivery instructions. They always call it weird hours. And I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to talk to them and get it down.
I mean, you're retired now, so what else are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll nibble at it, but I'm only going to try and eat half and keep half.
Okay, so you notice that the 3 that were in the cells prior, they eat the entire piece, go over to their little spots, close their eyes, and go to sleep.
Okay. As he's starting to fall asleep, I'll be like, has anybody ever tried to get out?
Yes.
Do you care to elaborate? I could either keep you up or you could tell me a quick story.
Fine. A few tried to escape. They came with the lizard girl. I don't know what her name is. But one of them, the next day, we saw was strung up on one of the stalactites as a warning. But we don't know what happened to the others.
How did they try to get out? What did they break out at night? Did they try and make a run for it? Did they hide in a wheelbarrow? How did they try?
I think one of them fashioned some sort of pick, opened the doors, and tried sneaking out. If I'm not mistaken, they took out some of the guards in the process. But I don't know after that.
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I'm Thorson. And you're...
Thorson.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's Thorson.
Well, you can call me Belfie, if you care to. And I'll let you sleep. I appreciate the information.
Well, yeah, if you're around long enough, I'll try to remember it.
Fair enough. Thorson, do they ever try and turn us against each other?
They don't talk to us. The only one that usually says anything to us is the big guy with a whip. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually... what's the proper phrase? Well, anyway, he, finishes what he's saying using the whip.
All right. Thank you.
Now, Lorna's not in the same cell as we are, but one time she didn't listen enough, and she got hit a few times with that thing, and I think she had a sick fever for like 3 days, but you still have to work or you don't eat. And, the other two guys in the cell with her refused to work. Oh, no, they didn't refuse to work. They just kept giving her their food because she couldn't work. And I haven't seen them in like a month, I think. And we don't talk, so I don't know what happened to them.
Right. Okay, well, I know
One-
you said that.
One did break his leg. I do remember that.
Did they do anything to help him?
They put him in his room.
How often do new people come in?
Well, you're the new ones we've seen in the last 2 months, maybe. The only reason we're here is because we were too old for what they wanted the kids for.
Oh, they said they were looking for people, specifically when they snatched us all up. And I feel like if we were who they were looking for, we wouldn't be here. So who are they looking for?
I don't know. They don't tell us anything, and they speak in that weird language of theirs all the time.
The hand thing.
No, what hand
Oh?
thing?
You've never noticed?
I don't look up. I don't look at them. You look at them too long, they notice you're looking at them, and bad things happen. Like, they brought him back, so bad things are going to happen.
And I do like
Yeah,
this with my ear.
yeah. Apparently, he's the only one that can do anything in this area.
Interesting. That. Does he always come in that cloak?
Yeah, I mean, what else would he wear?
I don't know. Light armor?
I don't think he needs it.
It's fair enough.
I mean, I've seen him look at a guy who refused to work, and then the guy just started grabbing at his eyes and ears and started screaming. I think he even gouged his own eyes out.
That doesn't sound very pleasant, does it?
But the guy, the weird looking guy in the robe didn't even move. He just looked at him.
I'll avoid eye contact, I suppose.
I don't know. Now, I have seen him eat one. Yeah, he ate one guy who couldn't do anything. And that's the only way I can describe it. Those little weird
Is he
things.
here often?
No, usually only when it comes down to dealing with troublemakers.
I definitely let Dux know that.
I
Since
mean,
he and Serge are the only ones I can talk to.
there was a guy. Apparently, he was able to do things that he shouldn't have been able to do in this area. I don't know what. I think he was somebody said he was a vampire, but I don't know. I wasn't in the same cell with him. And they brought him in.
I'm going to, was he wearing anything that they didn't see, or do you think it was just kind of something he could do?
It was something he could do with his mind.
Right. Well, unfortunately, I am not that good in my mind.
That's not good.
Well, we all have our flaws. All right, well, try and get some rest then. And I'm going to sit back by the door with my back, actually, I'm going to lean my head against it because I just want to keep an ear out. I'm going to try and get some light rest, but I want to be easily awoken if I hear anything loud outside the door.
All right.
Okay, I want to look out the slot that the food came in through.
Okay, you got a quick second, so I mean, they only opened it up long enough to throw food in and closed it.
Yeah. So when they were throwing in food, I looked out. How many people did I see?
You still see the 6 guards you were dealing with earlier. They're kind of milling
So the
around back
guards,
talking
they have the same guards even when our doors are closed.
at the time, yes, because the food was thrown in right after you guys were put in your room or in your cell.
Okay, and so after we were after we were eating and off, no one's in my cells talking, listening outside, did I hear foot traffic and like people leaving, receding footsteps, echoing in a cave?
What was your perception? 17?
My passive is a 23.
That's right. You and Surge both have that high passive.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely hear foot traffic. You hear the door creak and close after the cart wheels away. You hear a feminine voice talking in that weird language. You hear a couple male voices speaking. So it sounds like there's some sort of contingency of guards still outside once you're put in the room.
You did. Does that continue all night?
Well,
Or what we perceive as
how
night?
how much rest are you planning on getting?
A solid 6 hours.
Okay, solid.
If they
rest.
allow that long.
A solid rest.
Well, I mean, how long did they work? 12, you said, so it's 12 and 12.
However long, I'm going to say I wanted to spend about 30 minutes or so talking to this guy,
Yeah.
and keeping an ear out, and then just trying to maybe get a light enough sleep if I hear anything major going on that I would wake up.
All right. So you don't hear anything major.
So I want to reach out with a mental probe, not like try to get into anyone's mind, but just brush and see where the minds are at in the room outside based on our time in that room and looking around to see where the guards are stationed inside the room.
I don't know if you could pinpoint people's location using that, but I will say you can tell there are 4 separate mines right outside somewhere.
Okay, so there are 4 mines close at hand, within 30 feet at least, since that's my range.
Well, let me double check that for you. You are at the door. Oh, okay, it's 3 mines. So yeah, you just got a freebie.
One of them was thinking about the fourth one.
And then of course
Okay.
you know the other mines that are above you. Actually, I think. Well, yeah, you don't register the 3rd mine in the room above you, but you know there's somebody in there because you saw him go in that door.
So I'm going to talk to Rock, and since I know he doesn't sleep, hey, Rock, you think that maybe you could sit by that door and listen and see if you hear anyone leaving? It sounds like there's 3, maybe 4 people out there. Let me know if anyone goes. I think I've got a way that we could get out of here, but the problem is we don't have any weapons, and since I'm the only one that can fight without weapons, it kind of makes us a little bit of a liability.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so sleep.
Over by the door.
So, I'm in the room with Brother May I, right?
Yes, you are.
Brother May I, do you need any ruby dust?
Well, right now my magic isn't working due to this anti-magic shield. As you see me trying to do dancing lights repeatedly until see if it comes off at one point. So there might be wards or someone's, quite a few of them actually. If it's the spell I'm thinking of, it.
Oh, I guess I wouldn't be able to get Fred in here then, huh?
Fred? Oh, Fred?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can give it a shot. But my magic has been subdued.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess.
It keeps you from wasting a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's 9:15. We're going to take ourselves I'll say 10-minute break to go use the restroom, get drinks, get snacks, whatever you need to do. Allows our viewers to go do the same. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far.
Feel sorry
Okay.
for your butt.
And we're back. So, we left off. Our group have finished their first day of hard labor. Some of them on their feet, some of them not on their feet. They've been fed, and are you guys sleeping? I know one of you don't have to.
I'm going, since I assume we work 12
And I
hours.
shared a little bit of my mushroom with Rock.
You're just a wee little guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to eat, though. He's got that no sleep, no food, no water.
Wait,
No.
Rock, you don't have to eat?
No, it is only the no sleep.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's something I get in a couple levels.
Yeah,
sounded like a not
you
so-
just exist at one point. That's what happens with you. You just start existing.
Yeah.
So how long before you're a full-blown lich?
Fuck is ravenous.
Couple levels.
All right.
Depends on how this goes. But if they work us for 12 hours and then threw us in our cell, I'm going to assume we have 12 hours rest. So I'll do like the 4 hours of trying to see if the balls work. While I'm doing that, look down the drain, see if it narrows or widens up bigger.
Looks like it narrows some, and it also looks like there's an eyeball looking up at you.
All right. I'll whiz on the eyeball. See what happens.
Wait, do we recognize the eyeball?
I don't know. You're not looking down there.
Oh, well, I was, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I look down the drain. Do I see an eyeball?
You do not, because you don't have 120 foot worth of dark vision.
Okay.
It does not look like a humanoid eyeball. It looks like it may be an eyeball from some sort of critter down there that's eating whatever is being dumped down the drains.
So it doesn't look like a big critter then, huh?
All you're seeing is an eyeball, so.
Okay. All right. Well,
How
if
big of an
Linton is-
eyeball? That's the question, man.
Rock sees ducks look down there, and then he can't see anything. So Rock will look down there. In our area with 125 foot double sight.
Okay.
Is it the same creature that may I seeing?
Are you guys communicating the fact that you see an eyeball down there?
I have no way to do that.
Well, I'm reaching out periodically to the different people in the different cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can all-
There's an eyeball that likes urine.
And does Rock see a creature down there as well?
You do see like worm-like creatures or something similar to that. I mean, you think that's what you're seeing.
Hey, Rock, do the.
It looks
does
like a
look
segmented
the
body or
connect?
whatever that might be down there.
Look like these tunnels connect to the other cells.
You can't tell for certain.
I mean, does it look like it just goes, there's 3 drains that then drop into a big cavern with 3 feeds into it, or maybe even more feeds from across the hall?
It gets kind of narrow, and like I said, all you can see down there, about say 40 or 50 feet down, is this segmented body that's a piece of it, and I guess maybe whatever he's seeing is the eyeball from it.
So it's
In our head communications, I would ask if they see any rungs or anything on there.
Do not.
No, these aren't for climbing.
Hey,
Hurts to ask.
Ducks,
Some
have
boots are.
Rock look out the back wall, see if there's a hallway over there. Maybe we can bust through the wall.
Rock, can you look through these walls?
My ghostly gaze doesn't seem to be working.
Oh.
You can't see anything. He sees Rock.
Well, quit telling him to look at himself and look through
Yeah.
the wall.
I totally see.
No, he's looking at your head.
All right, so the eyeball that you're looking at is kind of red in color,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to give you a picture. Just give me a second, and I will get that picture for you.
So I take it a 9 won't tell me what it is, huh?
9, probably not. All right, so let me. Actually, let's see. Do they already have one in here?
Oh, I'll look for you. What is it? No?
Mm-hmm. It's that thing right there. You can get it?
Wow, that's an ugly thing.
Wait, how come you guys got an image? I want an image.
They didn't get an image.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to assume you guys are going to communicate all this using ducks.
I
Yeah.
reckon. Yeah.
Yep, poor Doxy's. Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, he has to spend his time contacting each person and then say, hey, this guy wants to pass this on to you now. And then
Are those eggs?
here. Those
It
eggs
looks like it.
those would be delicious and nutritious.
Yeah, it's a shame there's not a little green guy down there.
All right, even though they tell me that there's something under there, when I wake up, I still want to see if that grate can pop off.
Okay. So who went to you spent 4 hours doing your little tricky trick and then decided to look in the grate, right?
Yeah, then go to bed.
Okay. And everybody else?
I'll be sleeping the full.
All right, so you went to sleep as soon as you got done eating?
Yeah.
All
I would
right.
have went to bed eventually as well.
How long is eventually is the question.
About an hour after we got in the room.
Okay.
Rock has been resting since he got in here.
All right. How about you, Ducks? How long did you stay up?
Well, I asked Rock to listen to people and see if he hear anything moving, whatever, and to wake me if it sounds like they are down, like there's only one or two left out there. But then I went to sleep for a full rest unless I got woken.
I just need to know how many hours you stayed up before you went to sleep. That's all.
It depends on how long they use me as a communique.
Well, since how he didn't start looking down the hole till about 4 hours in, I'm gonna say about 4 hours.
That means
in.
I would have slept and then Rock would have woke me up, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe may I screamed in my mind.
All right. So after about 4 hours, may I go to sleep? Corporal, about you? Did you do anything once you guys got done eating the mushroom?
No, I just did a quick prayer to Bass and went to sleep.
So, Brother May I?
Yes.
You have a point of exhaustion.
Yay.
Because 2 hours after you lay your head down, the bang on the door comes.
Okay.
And of course, just prior to that, Sergeant Rock does hear more footsteps and movement outside.
So that's more people. I don't wake up the Hobbit for more people. I'm interested when there's less.
Yep. Okay, so the doors get banged on. I'm not going to bang on the table again because apparently you only hear the first noise and the rest of it is a little odd to look at. That or my players have dirty minds.
Both?
Pretty much. All right, so you guys going to move your characters out. I'm not going to get rid of the door again like I did last time. The three, of course, the usual three go out, they grab a pickaxe, and they start working.
All right. I'll go grab a pickaxe, but go to a different spot than I was yesterday. I'm sorry. Did you say there were things over here and they let us pick at them, or they kind of said no
Nope.
last time?
Nope, they don't let you go past where they're standing.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, wrong side of the tracks.
No.
Rock is over on the right side of the tracks, picking on this other side of this little pillar of crystal here. He's giving it his best effort.
I'm gonna go work on this guy here.
All right, so after about, are you doing your count thing again or no?
Yeah, I want to see what kind of patterns that I can. My sole purpose is to do enough to not get noticed, but to see what kind of patterns I can over the first few days.
Now,
Rock
I
is,
will say, passive perception wise,
Oh, I have nothing. I can roll for it.
no, passive perception wise, other than the big guy with the whip, all the other drow that are in here all have face covers.
So we can't tell if they're the same ones or not.
Precisely. Now, after about 6 hours, that door opens up again. You know, one muscle bound comes out, and then you see her and this guy come out, and then the other guy comes out.
Rock salutes. This time he speaks in Celestial and reports all prisoners present and accounted for, ma'am.
She responds to you in Infernal. I don't really care, for anybody who understands. Does anybody understand Infernal?
Nope.
One
All right,
should.
so then you
I
do.
Yeah.
And
So-
I'll say you don't really care about what.
Excellent. Come with us. And she points at you and says it Infernal. And requires corporal punishment to follow. So you go inside.
You're getting to see the inner sanctum.
So if you would carry yourself right inside the door there. There you go.
I keep a mind link with corporal punishment as long as I can, unless they move more than 30 feet away.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you're good.
Go to a different rock formation. Oh yeah, you're at the closest one you can be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm having the lighting problem in here too, so just to let you know.
Yeah, but in here it's gonna stay that way. You're missing out where you're sitting at, so go ahead and we'll put you
Yeah.
there. As you step in, you do notice that you don't see one of the guys for some reason.
Don't see one of the guys.
Yeah, one of the guys that walked in with you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, Duck says
It's the
that
guy with the little thing coming out of his.
Oh no, that guy's right here in front of you.
Oh, okay.
And knowing that he's an illithid, I'm definitely making sure this mind contact can be broken ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Duck has 18 temporary hit points because I gave him a little briefing in the morning, and whoever was in the cell with us.
Perfect.
So why don't you give me a wisdom saving throw, please, corporal punishment?
Ooh, rolling that 20. Just
Don't spill the beans. Don't spill the beans.
Excellent. Tell me who can speak through the mind.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that was a command, by the way.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of people can. I can't.
A
In your-
command after a failed save.
Yes, command after a failed save.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know what to say. Because I'm not sure who in the party can.
Actually,
some people can,
You,
but-
you
Actually,
would
I don't
know.
think I've ever connected to Corporal through a
You're-
mental link. I'm always with her connecting to Rock, and Rock walkie-talkies back to Corporal.
You've never, at one time since you guys have been together, let corporal punishment know that you speak to people through the minds. You've never done that with her, not once.
I never talk to people about it. I just connect to their minds and talk to them. But I've never
I
talked
don't
to
think so.
punishment.
But when they
I've
hear-
always been
when-
on her horse with her.
But when they hear it in their mind, they hear Dux's voice.
No, they don't, remember? Because my voice is different in their mind. That's why it threw May I off it so much at first. And he thought I was some kind of weird spirit that was making fun of him.
Is it you?
Who, me?
Yes.
I'm just a tiefling. I can't do stuff like that.
Okay. Let's see. What else can I do for you?
Who are you, by the way?
None of your
You're different than
concern.
the other ones here.
You would not be able to pronounce my name even if you had the tongue for it. So
Okay.
tell me about you and your friends.
What about us? We're mining rocks right now.
Cheeky. Tell me about you and your friends.
Okay, well, my name is Corporal Punishment. I happen to be a tiefling who is also a paladin, and I try to go do things. Currently looking for a lich.
Yes,
That
we
was
know.
why I was sent here. I'm sorry?
I said yes, we know.
Oh, okay. So, yep, that's I was sent here from my realm was to find this lich.
Who's your leader?
The leader of my order?
Your group.
Oh, we don't really have a leader.
No one tells you what to do or comes up with the plans.
No, it's kind of a group effort.
Plans.
I mean, sometimes we don't even have plans. Sometimes we just do stuff on our own, you know. Like when I go shopping, I don't usually go shopping with anybody. I just usually go shopping for myself to get what I need or what I want.
Silence.
Sometimes pick up some baubles, and then of course, I get raw meat to eat on it because that's like the best. And mushrooms, because if they're fried up in butter, oh my goodness, that is like the best thing in the world. And then this one time at band camp, I found this crossbow, and this crossbow is very cool because I can wield that in one hand, and then I can wield like a war pick in the other hand.
Uh-huh.
And then if I can find stuff to shine my horns up, that is very cool. And sometimes I think about going back home. You know, I have this kind of like my order wants me to find the lich, and you know, so on and so forth. And then I was sleeping one time, and I got woken up by this really weird dream that I was back home, and
You see that?
I see that. I think the illithid has to make save versus corporal punishment.
No.
So what's
Absolutely.
psychic damage? What?
So yeah, you take 24 psychic damage as you get blasted by some psychic-based energy.
The illithid already took twice as much as that. in
So
psychic
give me an intelligence saving throw.
Guys, I just had
It
flashbacks
reminds
of
me
the
of that
Goonies.
meme when the DM's like, when the player's like, "Let me tell you about my character's backstory."
All right, so you've taken 24 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned. Your body just completely locks up on you.
Stuno.
And everybody else sees a stunned, not moving body of Corporal Punishment just leaned up against this wall as the guy who carries her out sits there and steps back inside the door and shuts it.
As soon as nobody's paying attention to the body, right, I go, well, I make a joke and go, well, she looks well rested. And when they look at me, I will slyly try to spark off some healing light on her.
Doesn't work.
So that's not magical. That's a class ability.
Okay, so you're casting or something.
Nope, it's not casting. A weird little
The
medic
leprechaun comes out.
there and puts a bandage on her.
All right,
Or
well,
gives-
I'll let it happen. Of course, he gets shot at twice, but it does nothing to her.
Right.
So you're stunned for 1 minute, and after a little bit, your time runs out. It doesn't take very long because you're not in combat. I believe you're supposed to go back to work.
Well, you asked.
I didn't ask anything. They did.
Oh.
They're inside. Please pick your pig up and go back to work.
Oh, I'm not in there anymore.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was an excellent verbal attack. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
Oh, man, to be a fly on that wall.
Brock is
Um,
finishing
and-
new morale building techniques for the group. So he's whistling. He's got a little tune ready as he picks away. He's putting in best effort and going, always work on the bright side of life. And there's, in World War II, there was a whole lot of whistling going on. That the troops had all sorts of whistle songs. Tomorrow I'm going to switch to Jody's, but for today we're going to whistle the day.
One level action that gives you disadvantage on skills, correct?
Ability checks, I believe.
Skill checks, ability checks, yes.
Skill check.
Okay.
Am I able to notice, because I was watching their hands yesterday, if it's different sets of hands that are using the gang signs?
I mean, I don't know. Can you tell the difference between one drow's hand and another's?
Yeah, if there's any rings, scars, fingernail length.
Give me a perception and we'll see if you can compare.
Would the passives come into effect on that?
Well, she's the one specifically looking, so.
It's a 22.
Well, this one's got a ring on one of his fingers today. You don't recall there being a ring on anybody's finger yesterday.
Oh, you're disappointed because he's married.
Well, there goes that plan of action, and me in my dapper robe of rag. No, okay. What type of ring? Any?
Metal
Does it look
band.
like a signet ring or anything, or is it just a band?
Just a band.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
no, it's not on the finger for marriage.
Oh, I didn't care about that. I was just wondering what type of ring it was.
Rock's going to go check up on the fallen worker over here, and or not. Where'd she go?
After she got done, she moved down and started mining rocks. It only lasted a minute.
Okay, well, I go over there and I start talking to her, and while I'm there, if I'll get a chance to collect any ruby dust on her horns that she's managed to save off for me.
So you're just kind of rubbing her horns?
Yeah, vigorously.
How did that go?
Oh, really? Really?
In a variety of different motions. Whichever one seems pleasing, that's one I linger on.
A little shake weighty.
Do you cup her face while you do it? Because that would be awkward, I think.
It's a two-handed operation.
just be sure you keep eye contact.
As it should be, if done correctly.
But I'm thanking her too, going, yeah,
Hey,
come in handy one day.
Hey, Rock. So that weird guy with the things coming off his face. He
Zoidberg.
wanted to.
I call him Zoidberg.
Okay. Okay. So he said I wouldn't be able to pronounce his name if he told me. But he was trying to figure out who could do mind communication, and I don't know who can, but I didn't tell him anything. But then he, I don't know, mental shocked me or some crap, or I don't know. But yeah, weird guy. And one of the guys that went in the room with us disappeared. Couldn't see him at all.
Oh, I wonder, maybe he just has really good camouflage. Yeah, and you can tell him next time they took my walkie-talkie. So, yeah, that mental communication thing, that's just a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So, I mean, I really didn't tell him anything because I really don't know much, but I did try to tell him my life story, and that's when he got, really...
You did not try and use your magic in that room at all, correct?
No, not at all.
All right, well, glad you're not hurt too bad. And, yeah, I got a little medic to come and help you out, right? So you're doing okay? I'm going to go back to work.
I got aches and pains, but yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Got a big headache, that's for sure.
Is this surge above me?
8 hours.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm a little tired, but can you keep an eye out for anything that kind of looks like an arcade ward?
An arcane ward?
Yes, I think there might be a ward or something that's preventing our magic.
Yeah. Yes. I will look for an arcane ward.
Super sneaky squirrel like there.
Do you want me to roll an Arcana to see if I see any arcane wards?
You sure can. There's
Oh.
that. No, that's just a.
Okay,
No,
that wasn't a
no.
roll.
That's
See some
just
rocks.
just a rock formation. There's
Yep.
that. No, that's just another.
I mean, I
weird-
can see rocks for days, but Arcana is not my thing. I am a defying.
I understand that. I was thinking perception that you'd see something that looks out of place, but okay, whatever.
But like, are you telling him what to look out for, or are you just saying look for arcane wards without any description?
Look for any kind of out of place markings that you might see lying around.
That might help.
Okay.
So what's
Now,
our, at some
I could
point,
do that.
going to the water fountain to get a drink of water, right? I'll get that idea too.
That's a stagnant pool. I don't see a fountain.
Actually, it actually looks like a little spring that comes up right there in the wall.
It's awesome. I too will look around for something that might be arcane oriented and roll an unbelievably low number on the dice. Then I go back to it.
All right. So, with your perception and with the description of, hey, look for something that looks like strange markings. Yeah, you see bunches of those. I mean, there's a circle of weird runes above you in the engraved in the ceiling. There are above each one of the cells. There looks like a section about that big that's got weird engravings on it. Oh, and there's also engravings on the door that leads into the that those people keep coming in and out of.
Okay. I assume you relay that to me before I move.
Would we recognize the symbols?
Oh, I mean, the only people who've rolled an Arcana to see if they can figure it out has rolled a 2 and a 6. So, no.
Well, I will see if I recognize this.
That was 2 twos. I just have a bonus.
I am not a magic user.
Are you trained in Arcana there, Corporal Punishment?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she's a +7 there. So
The ring above you looks like a summoning ring.
ooh,
And the arcane markings above the doors could be the source of the anti-magic.
So a summoning ring as in not anti-magic in this area?
No, as in once the anti-magic gets shut off, they could summon something into those rings.
Okay, gotcha.
would she know how to deactivate those type of runes? Like if you scratch a circle on it, can you smear it with like ash or
Yeah,
feces?
if you can reach it, you can scratch it and mess it up. Even a rogue knows that for trap magics.
Because, I mean, I'm pretty tall and I have horns, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
the horns could accidentally, whoops, oh, heavens.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, they are about 15 feet up. The ones above the doors. Now, of course, the ceiling is about 30 feet up.
Oh, that's a little harder.
That's not that bad.
But if we cover it with spit wads, I bet it would reduce its function.
That's also, I don't think that effective. Yeah.
And I could
Need
definitely
some
reach the
monkeys
one
to fling
on
poo.
the doors, right?
What was that?
I could reach the one on the door, though.
Can you reach 15 feet up?
You'd have to jump.
I mean, I'm kind of tall, and I have 4 foot
15
horns.
feet worth
But I
of
don't
tall?
think you're 15 feet worth of tall. Or
No,
you
I'd
wouldn't
have
be
to
able to go
jump.
anywhere.
I'd have to jump, yeah. Because with my horns, I can reach about 10 feet.
Your horns are 4 feet long, right? Your horns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm 6 foot tall, so.
10 feet's easy. 15 feet? No.
Yeah, it makes it
All right,
quite.
so guys, it's simple. I just have to steal a grapple hook without them noticing, and then just like with sleight of hand. No, not easy. No.
Sounds easy.
You're real hell
mean, I
on the
could-
fucking ceilings in
I
a
could-
tavern.
I could jump because, ow!
How well lit is that area? Because we're just being lit by these glowy mushrooms, right?
Very well lit. If you can see it, it's well lit.
Yep, mushroom lit.
And these are drow, so
I'm lit. No.
you were there for a second.
So they have
And
a
you're getting
light
lit, it
next
looks
to
like.
the arcane runes.
Lights are in the corners. But yes, there's enough light for them to be able to see the arcane runes where they're located.
So there are runes above the doors, but not on the doors.
Correct. The only ones that are on the door is the looks like, I guess, cabin is the best way you'd be able to describe it because you were in it.
Oh, it's just the name of the rune. It's not actually a rune.
It's some sort of arcane carving.
Okay.
Currently, it's inactive.
Currently inactive.
The one on the door is, yes.
Yeah, those are the little. They're probably guarded. Or.
Now, I'm going to refresh your memory because you were in that room. So I'm going to bring you back into it so you can see. You were standing here, and should be enough light for you to see all this here, as well
Yes.
as all this over here.
Yes.
There's a door right there.
Ah, okay. I did not see the door.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the way the lighting is, so I figured I'd at
Yeah.
least just point that out to you.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
While we're on a water break, I'll ask, did you happen to see our stuff in there? I'd still like to get my rifle.
I didn't, but there was a door that was closed. I couldn't see what was on the other side of it.
Did it happen to have a label on it, like captured goods or something?
Well,
Here's
it
the
had,
prisoner shit. No.
had some scrawling stuff on it, but nothing that I recognized.
Well, that door had no scrolling on it, but it did have what looked like a huge lock on it.
Oh, it was
Oh,
probably
okay.
a can. Yeah, I reckon that was just a can. These guys have to poop too.
I don't know, but there was food in there, that's for sure.
Was there?
Probably nothing as good as those mushrooms they're feeding us.
I
I
don't
think I
know.
saw meat in there, actually.
You did. You saw what looked like a good-sized steak.
Yeah.
That
It was cooked, which is disgusting, but, there was meat.
All right, well, we're whistling the day away.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Nine hours.
You can't communicate with anyone right now except for going up to them, right?
Not without my walkie-talkie.
All right. Well, let them know that there are in here. There's a summoning room on the circle, and there's anti-magic runes above the doors.
So that's what's shutting down my cantrips? Yeah. Well, I don't
Yeah,
like those.
Unless we can get 15 feet up in the air to do something to those runes, yeah.
Well, if you stood up on my shoulders, you'd probably be able to just scrape them right off.
Yeah, I think that would draw a little bit of attention.
Well, maybe not. We haven't tried it yet. We don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I can try to jump up, like I'm angry and I'm trying to, ram into the wall or something, but I don't know what'll happen.
Are these guys always having their hands on their crossbows?
Yes.
Do they have any throwing daggers on them that are visible?
Not that you can see.
So did you put that out there as that's something I can do, sir, or anyone can do
That's
that?
just something anyone can do.
He's just giving you the
It's an
basic
ability. Yeah.
the basic information for high jumps and long jumps.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
put long jump in there as well.
If we could cast an orange on you, make you 10 feet tall, then you'd be able to reach up 15 feet.
Which, if you could do that, then there'd be no need to worry about it.
True. If we cast in large, we'd be casting other things instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long jump's a little different, but high jump was what would be useful for what you were looking at.
9 hours.
Or
So would I be able to do a high jump then?
Without being noticed?
No, just I pretend I'm angry and I'm slamming into the wall.
I mean, you can do whatever the heck you think you can try to get away with. Whether or not you get noticed and whether or not there's any repercussions, it's a different story.
All right, so I'm gonna say I can't do this anymore, and I'm gonna try to run and jump up against the ruin on this bottom door.
Okay, so you're going to try to aim to hit it with your horn?
Yes.
So why don't you give me an unarmed strike?
Which door are you going for?
bottom.
I don't
Go
see
into
it.
door.
You mean here?
That door.
All right. So move your character there. And where are we at? Here we are. Okay, 1, 2, we'll say 3. Okay, 17 to hit your armor class with no armor on.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just going to be 10 plus your dex, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1. 2. 3. Okay, so I need a... You're going to take 8, 7, and 10 points of piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw for each one. You do scratch at it, but with the... what's that, 2 points of bludgeoning? Oh, because you rolled an unarmed strike. Alright, so we'll say you do hit it with that 27. But you do take some shots in the process. Alright. You pass out from the first shot and get nailed 2 more times.
Holy CP boy.
So there's sleep darts on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a drill thing.
Oh, that 22 is for nothing. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you that you, if that was the first one, you would have stayed awake past the first shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well,
a good
then
roll.
wouldn't the other 2 shots be disadvantaged then? Because she fell down to sleep?
No, they all hit at the same time.
Oh.
They were all fired at the same time. So he will take you and he will throw you inside.
Okay, so what was the total on the damage? You said 8, 7, and something?
25 total.
25. Okay, thanks.
I take it Duck's trying to disappear while that happens?
Where is he trying to disappear at?
With the commotion, I am behind Marcus and in between the carts.
Okay.
And so I'm hiding in between the carts while I throw a rock, one of the gems that I've gotten.
Uh-huh.
I throw one of the gems as a keen-powered weapon at the one of the runes on the wall.
One of the... Well, you're throwing a rock at one of the ruins. All right. So...
Well, a gemstone, so it's hard.
Yeah, I got you. All right, let's see.
From his previously smuggled rupees, perhaps.
Hey, you gotta get it where you can, right?
Here you guys tease me for like boob hiding, but no, let me just like defecate out gems. That's fine.
I said they're in my mouth. I've been squirrel chipmunking.
Yeah.
Only a few of them got swallowed.
None of my boob stuff got swallowed.
It depends on your definition of swallow. Just saying.
There.
All right, where's Facebook? Heard at last night's game of D&D. None of my boob stuff got swallowed.
Hashtag still true.
All right, so you can roll me an attack. Only problem is once you come out of once you throw this, they're going to see where it came from.
But when he first hit, for all practical purposes, he disappeared from view.
Yes, he thinks he's
So
hidden.
they'll see where it comes from, but when they go to look there, I will be standing.
No. When you when you
Out of the shadow? Is that what
I'll
you're
be
thinking?
over here, coming out of the shadows of this wall thingy thing.
no, because you still are in an anti-magic zone. Oh, that's right. You have
Yeah,
monk
he's
abilities.
Magic.
it's not magic.
All right.
But Rock sees him disappears from over there, and in order to distract the guards, he runs over here and he calls out, "Get back here, ducks! We're not trying to hit anything." He just takes a look because I wanted to see where these tracks go, and then I get back.
Okay. So
So,
King.
what,
Throw
what,
your
do you- what do you need me to
stone.
do?
I want you improvise weapon.
And while he's doing that, I'll just keep throwing these rocks into this bucket
Well, so I'm
here.
key empowering it, so it counts as a monk weapon, right?
Mm.
I can key and power.
Yeah, so because I have key empowered strikes, I can use a mundane weapon as a monk weapon.
No, you can use a monk weapon.
Well,
You-
finesse weapon.
Yeah, but this isn't a finesse weapon. This is a rock.
Fine. So you said unarmed strike?
This is actually a gem that you're throwing. So no, it's a. You're going to throw an improvised weapon, which is just basically the attack roll plus dex.
Sorry, I realized that I was muted. I will roll my d20 and just add my dex, okay?
Yes. You hit.
So 16 to hit.
Okay, 16
A
works.
wall.
Well,
Okay,
no, it's
so-
not a wall. You're hitting a specific spot on a wall.
Yeah. And then what do you want me to roll for damage?
Uh,
Since it's a sharp rock being thrown with
Give me-
key
give me-
propellant.
what's a sling bullet do?
1d4.
Go ahead
I
and
mean,
give me.
what would you do if you use your monk ability to catch weapons and then throw it?
Yeah, I throw it back. Use that, but that's what I mean. So like when I throw back the arrow, it's considered a monk weapon.
So
And that's
what-
why I was saying
Oh, so what's your monk damage?
my monk damage is a d6 plus 4.
Roll that. Now, are you aiming for the same one that she did, or are you aiming for a different one?
I would assume that one.
I was aiming for the same one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So an additional 10 damage to it.
Yep.
And I'm now standing over here.
Oh, get tiny damn rocks.
Ping. Ping.
That's what I'm doing too. Ping, ping.
After shadow stepping, he pings on the rock.
May I? Without armor, does a 15 hit you?
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
When they question him, he won't know anything.
All right, you'll take 5 points of piercing damage and pass out.
Okay.
So you're getting your rest, and they'll throw you in your cell.
Bonus rest. So that's how it's done.
So did anything happen?
May I got shot?
I mean, did we notice any change in the magical aura, suppression field, or anything like
Not
that?
where you're at, no.
Something to check at rest, probably.
Something
Yeah.
that might get fixed.
So I mentally
Rest.
communicate to Rock that he should try spells when he gets back into his cell.
I was thinking about it myself. I usually do every time I go in there anyway.
Well, I guess there you go.
Nice going though.
Ping, ping.
Yep.
Oh, crap.
Oh look, the warlocks are back.
Okay, so he glides across the ground.
It's creepy.
And
Like the penguin. Neato.
she'll step up These guys will flank her. He'll move over here out of the way. He's done his job. And they will continue to watch you for the next few hours.
How many hours, Dan?
Well, you were at 9.
Yep.
You're now at 10.
I'm only good for one more. But between the 9 and the 10 hour, I go to get a drink of water. And when I get to about here, I'll try to cast something simple, a guidance cantrip on myself.
Okay. You feel the magic. You don't get the benefit, but you're a step closer to being able to use your magics.
All right.
Now, let me move you around. If you're here, as you're walking by, you feel it start to take effect, but as you continue to walk, it goes away. It's as if they're overlaying each other a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
Overlapping. All right. 11 hours.
Oh, no, at the end of 10 hours, I go down. Tired. I'm good for 10 hours. But I'm making best effort for 10 hours. I'm probably more productive than all these guys combined because I'm actually working.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But only
The 3 that have been there for a while, they're a little more productive than you are.
I don't think you thought through this through, Master. I have these little arms and this big head.
Okay, well, you get thrown in your cell
Aw.
after getting whipped one good time. Let's see, where's he at?
Thank you, sir. May I have another? No.
Okay, 22 points of damage.
Oh, there goes all 18 of my temp hit points.
17 of that was poison.
Ooh.
I failed to save versus poison. Is it sleep poison? Doesn't do anything.
No, there's no sleep poison. It's just straight up poison damage. No save.
Oh, you're just describing the damage. Oh.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So with that, you apparently don't move after the whip, so might as well throw you in there with no food for you again tonight. $11. You see what happened to Sergeant Rock.
Yep.
12 hours. Day's done. Go to your room chambers.
All right.
And of course,
Go to my chambers.
these 3 will go to theirs.
Oh, after they leave, mysterious little medics come out and heal me up.
Ha!
Dux, you're stopped.
Who is?
I ran in before the girl.
Actually, no, she was inside the doorway before you ever moved your miniature.
Damn it.
Wow.
All right, well, I'll let you have that one, even though he's standing right in the doorway.
I can move through someone's space.
You just
as long as you're
elbowed
size
right
larger than
past
me.
him.
I did. Just elbowed
Get out of my
through.
way, I'm sleeping.
All right, so
I
two of
want
them,
straw
two of them
here,
go to
Inspector.
sleep. So this room here, everybody's asleep in. She'll go down here, and she'll go to sleep. After one piece of food is thrown in the door here,
Shoot.
2 pieces are thrown in here, and of course 3 pieces are thrown in here.
Because we're good little workers.
No, there's only 2 that are in here.
Yeah, because you didn't get none.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's only 2 people in here.
No, 1, 2.
Oh, I thought that was Rags. Sorry.
Oof, nice descriptor of your cobalt friend. I thought you were just a pile of rags.
All right.
Not giggles, but rags.
So you're unconscious still. These 2 are eating their food. You're unconscious. You're hurting. How long, even though you can go forever without sleep, how long can you go without food?
Dux
So
shared
relax.
half of his with him yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go a couple of days without food. Miserable.
Max 2 weeks normally.
I mean, you start getting weak after a couple of days.
Well, technically you've had food, so a day ago, give or take.
I mean, he's not going to be in tip top
All right.
shape. But
Tomorrow.
So-
I will be first.
Okay. Oh. Hello there. Did not realize that you were here with us now. Right.
Okay, so
Come on.
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you. Excuse me.
And as they were throwing food in, I looked out to see where the disposition of the guards were.
A ring, pretty much around the guy with the tentacles.
Hmm.
All right.
You know what?
Oh.
And then you, with you guys' perception in the cell above, you hear the doors open to the cell in between.
I screwed.
Who's in that cell?
Well, May I was in there, and apparently, the one you considered Giggles, and the other one considered was it Thorson? Were in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, you know that until you hear Thorson scream.
Oh no.
Ah!
That's not good.
So what area was affected? It's the bottom cell was where the magic had been more or less dispelled, or the anti-magic
Where
kind of sorta.
where it was affected or messed with. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you constantly hear the cracking of a whip. You hear some mumbling, and you hear him screaming.
Oh, it's that. I thought maybe it was his birthday and he saw the birthday and went, yeah!
No, he's
Probably
definitely not
not.
screaming in delight.
Oh, okay.
We don't hear any safe words come out or anything like that. It's
There's
No.
safe words. I just think they're ignored.
not good. Okay.
Yeah, you think you hear pineapple a few times, but it doesn't seem like anybody's listening.
That's fair.
All right. So
I don't know a
after
lot about you.
after a few minutes, you hear the door open again, a loud thud, and then you hear it shut again. Now this time, you hear a kobold scream. No,
Not
Not-
Teletubby.
not a McGurgle gurgle, but a kobold scream. Same scenario, crack of the whip. You hear some mumbling, some words apparently being said, and that goes on for a few minutes. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are going to sleep or not.
They didn't throw food in. Well, they did throw food in already,
They did
right?
throw food in already.
And make sure I eat before I get whipped.
All right, so
I mentally reach out to Rock. Is he still conscious?
should be.
He's
So does your magic work?
Yeah. I
Your
managed
door
to do it.
opens, Sergeant Rock.
You got it close. Rock walks right over there going, all right, let's get this over with.
Not you, her.
Oh,
Who's
good.
who her?
And escorts her out, closes the door on you, and you hear the female human scream as she's being whipped for a good 20 minutes each time. Some
It's a bit excessive.
other words and phrases. And then, of course, Sergeant Rock sees the door open and her unconscious body is flopped in the floor.
Are these words and phrases that they would recognize if they heard them, or are they in like?
Well, they're not right up near the doors. They're only off a distance. It's almost like they're being questioned in whatever language.
Okay.
Now, before you do that, Sergeant Rock, you are escorted out.
Oh, all right.
So I'll bring you out. You are brought in front of this guy.
Mr. Illithid Brain.
Yep.
Oh, no.
So first things first. You are hit for. Well, I'm going to hit you the first time, and you tell me what happens. You take 21 points of damage. 6 are piercing, 15 is poison. He goes to crack
First, first I go, you'll never break me. I'll never talk.
He cracks the whip the second time. This time, of course, he falls a little short. Do you let him try to hit you a third time?
No. After the second one, I immediately break down and go, okay, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything I want to know. I totally give in. I'm totally done here. I can't handle the pain. Whatever. Just ask me anything.
Okay, so you'll take 25 points of damage. 5 points of piercing, 20 points of psionic damage. Not psionic, poison damage.
I was hoping for radiant damage. I'm resistant to that.
Something tells me there's not much radiance in their life here.
So what were your friends trying to do?
I start spieling out the all the details of Operation Overlord that I was briefed on before the lights.
Great, so we have another talker.
And then I felt so bad. Then I went.
Alright, so first you'll get the same recourse that she did. So give me a intelligence saving throw.
This is my strong suit.
That's always a lie when I hear that. Oh, excellent. You just missed it. You take 18 points of damage and you're stunned.
Oh, well, I can't do anything then. I'm stunned. That's it then.
Yes, which means you're good to be hit again.
Okay.
If you're stunned,
So the only question, are they going to kill me or are they just going to take me down to 0? That's the only question, really.
yeah.
Well, they didn't kill the other three that you know of. Or at least they didn't kill the girl that you know of.
Yep.
So that's going to be 27 points total. 6 piercing, 21 poison.
Got it.
Now,
I continue to resist by being stunned. I refuse to cooperate in any way now.
alright, so after a while they take you down to 0. And they drag you back in, put you in the room. Alright. Eeny, miny, miny, mo. Let's see. The door opens to the number 1 cell. Belfi, he points at you.
Okay.
You coming out?
Yep.
Alright. He leads you down here.
Okay.
And you're facing the Illithid.
Okay.
So first and foremost, he will go ahead and... Oh, ouch. Why didn't it roll the critical damage?
Because it likes me.
I don't think so.
Ow.
So total... Why is it... Yeah, it's giving me nothing. So 36, so you'll take 57 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm sure that laid you open pretty well, so the Illithid will look at you. And he will go and have you roll me a will save.
It's wisdom, right?
Yes.
Or intelligence?
I meant wisdom save, not will save, but wisdom save.
Oh, I thought it was intelligence for other people.
No.
Really?
Sorry, a little bit of fallback to 3rd edition. My apologies.
But Sarge Rox rolled an intelligence save.
He also took an attack to the face or to the mind. This is something different.
You're not getting the same treatment.
No, you're not.
Damn it.
Excellent.
Oh, wait, no. I re-roll natural ones.
That is a natural one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Excellent.
So much more better. Hold on, let me see if I have any. Hold on. What do I got back here?
Nah, I don't know if you got anything, do you?
From points. Oh, I have 4 advantages. Can I use one?
I'll let you use 1.
Oh, I have an advantage.
I don't know if it's good enough, but I feel better about it.
I will say that it actually is good enough. You feel magic energy course over your body and you're able to shake it off. What was your plans?
Our plan.
Wait, so did they shut down the magic field so that he can question people?
He doesn't need magic.
Yeah, it's similar to your psychic ability. Our plans. We were defending a town.
I'm
We got
referring
captured.
to the stone.
What stone? I actually didn't see it happen, so I don't know what they're talking about.
And we know what you were doing prior. That's why you're here.
Why did you capture us?
Just say you're a thorn in our master's side.
You always put thorns to work.
No, you break thorns.
I see.
Since you have no other information to give him, you'll get the same treatment. Whipped until you fall unconscious.
As they go to do this, how close are they getting to me?
Oh, it's a whip. You got 10
Well, I
foot
mean,
reach.
the people that were dragging me out, are they still holding me still? Am I free to move?
Oh, I mean, you're going to try to move away from being hit?
No, I'm asking a simple question. Am I free
No,
to move?
they let you go and stood you in
Okay.
front of him.
So as they go to whip me, I am going to, because I am small, make an exaggerated move towards one of the guards and try a sleight of hand to snag something out of their pocket.
All right, so you see how far you are from the guards.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I could easily go boop boop or boop boop with a big hit. I'm tumbly. I am dare I say it, acrobatic. Yeah.
So maybe you ought to check that.
It's a 14 acrobatics. And I would argue a sleight of hand on that of 30.
Okay, so I will, though, get you with another hit as you roll away from me.
Completely understandable.
Congratulations, that's an 11. Does that hit? That does not hit your 10 plus
That does
dex.
not hit my my armor class
All
with
right.
nothing.
So you rolled which direction? I need you to show me.
I am going to roll here, this direction.
Okay, so you're going.
And I'm going to try and sleight of hand to see if I can't get a throwing dagger or a pouch off of one of them.
But she makes it look good, like she actually got hit with the whip because she's that good.
Because I mean,
Well, I'll need a performance check for that. So you sure?
yep. To 17.
All right.
Because I feel the flush rising at this. I don't like it.
Okay, so you think it was a good enough performance?
Okay. Okay.
You don't find any knives,
Okay.
but you are able to get your hand on a crossbow bolt.
A sleepy crossbow bolt.
Yes, and then you get hit by 2 others.
Okay.
Well, I say hit. Well, I want to roll the attack, you piece of crap. It's not rolling the attacks anymore. Why is it not rolling the attacks?
Sorry. I mean, I'm not super sorry about it, but
There we go. Okay, so you'll take, give me a Constitution saving throw, and you'll take a grand total of, ouch. Okay, good. That was the second roll, not the first.
that's a 7.
You're unconscious, so you don't feel the second, well, you get shot with 8 points of piercing and 10 points of piercing, and you are unconscious.
Okay.
And, of course, thrown back in your room. Let's see. Any, mini, miny, mo. Pick a number between 1 and 6.
2.
Surge.
2.
Okay, 4 it is. Ducks. You're next.
I would say I told you what I did, but I'm asleep.
Alright, so as you're brought out, of course, once again, sit in front of him like everybody else has. They don't even ask you a question first. He just tries to hit you with a whip. And I'm sure 14 is not going to hit you, is it?
He has unarmored defense.
Guessing you're trying to
So
tell me-
because my armor class is mainly dexterity, I'm going to twist my body so that the whip looks like it hit me, but it didn't hit me.
Okay. Well, your armor class is enough you don't take the damage, is what you're saying. Right? Okay.
Yeah, but
But
just
you're
trying to
Yes, I
look.
am.
All right, so the mind flare will also look at you. Let's see. I'll ask you first and see if you'll answer. What was your plan?
Well, we were going to defend the city, but the army was too big, and I got captured.
What was your plan with throwing things or dealing with the stones?
What are you talking about? I was mining stones and putting them in the bucket.
All right, roll me a wisdom save. Do you have anything you want to try to use?
Do you want an advantage from me, Dux?
You mean the one you just gave him after you rolled?
Oh, I was offering him one from myself.
Yes, I want to use an advantage on the roll.
Go for it.
Take one. And now you have a second.
Yep.
It just didn't go through in time.
All right. The only problem is, well, never mind. That meets it. Same scenario. You feel the magic wash over, and it doesn't take effect. Are you planning to try to escape from here?
There is no escape. Look at all of your guards. I'm a little guy.
So you weren't planning to try to escape.
No. All I can think about is what's in front of me, mining these rocks.
All right. Unless you want to do anything else, they will try to knock you unconscious. Just
I
continue to
will
whip you until you're unconscious.
Let the whips look like they're hitting me, and then eventually I'll fall down and look unconscious.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and roll a few times to see how many actually hit. So what's the number I need to not hit?
Above 19.
Okay. We'll say only one of them out of the many that he hit you with hits for 3 points of piercing and 17 points of poison.
I was gonna rage before I came out, but I forgot to tell you that, so I'll just take it.
All right, but
20?
also you make it look like the rest of them hit you. So do you want to make a performance check?
Yeah, let's make a performance check and see how good I flop.
Well, I mean, you're trying to pretend that you're knocked unconscious after a while, right?
Maybe that would be a deception instead, but either way, really bad.
Well, whichever one you wish to do, whichever is better.
They're both the same. They're both charisma checks.
I don't want you to put your points in. All right, so they will continue to whip you until eventually they do knock you unconscious. I'm just not going to continue rolling these dice until I do so. Just waste of time. Throw your unconscious body back in here and ask Serge to join us.
Right.
Yeah, eventually either you're going to roll high enough deception check or I'm going to knock you unconscious, one or the other.
So let's say I'm deceived and I'm still conscious.
All right, give me 2 more rolls, and if you're able to beat my insight by then, I will say yes.
So 17? Didn't beat your insight?
No, that was that roll.
Oh, do you want 2 more?
Yes. And let's see. Let me actually bring her up.
There you go. 18? Does an 18 beat your insight?
Checking that now. All right, so yes, eventually you're carried back conscious, but pretending to be unconscious.
Nice.
Surge.
Yeah.
All right, you'll take 7 piercing, 15 poison. Before I do anything else, I will ask you, do you and your group have plans to try to escape?
Well, we haven't been really talking. We've been mining. And
And
I have
whistling.
no idea if there's any plans of escape.
Yeah, there's been some whistling.
They've whistled and whatnot, but yeah, I have no idea if we have any plans of escape currently. And I don't say currently, but as of, talking.
Yet? No.
And you actually don't know because ain't nobody said
Yeah.
anything to you
I
at
mean,
all.
I was just mining. She jumped up, did a thing. There's a clatter, and I'm just mining. It's like I have no idea what's going on
He kept his nose to the grindstone.
because I can't do anything
Sometimes
right
it's
now.
best not to know.
Okay, so levity of time. They're going to do the same thing to you they've done to everybody else.
Okay.
Do you want to try to fake it or let it just go?
Boom! I'm down, back in the room.
Yeah, copy that.
Simple as that.
All right, so those who are conscious, I think, is only what, one person?
Oof, no pressure, man. It's all on you.
I think I might be the only conscious person. Even
You know
the
what?
NPCs are unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
We can roll attacks until I either fall out or I manage to deceive you with my -1.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
it's,
I had a
just,
-1. I made
it's
it.
the same thing with ducks, so that's what I was saying.
I'm just unconscious. Let's go with that. Simple and
Okay.
easy.
Not gonna interrogate the other two, or
If you guys are unconscious, I'm not waking you up. You are in the position I want you in.
okay.
Even though you're the one that threw the rock, jerk. Now we all got beat because of you.
I didn't get beat.
Roll that deception again.
All right, so after a couple hours, you guys come to, unless you want to stay asleep until you're woke up.
I keep reaching out to Rock mentally, trying to see if he's awake.
Well, eventually you wake him up then.
It'd be 4 hours.
I wake him up with my mental probing.
Eventually, yes.
And he goes, "What?" You ever heard that tough guy answering machine message? Somebody rings the phone and the answering machine message just goes like this. What? Beep.
So my brother likes to do that. He's like, yeah. And then he just leaves it for like a minute so you think you're talking to him. And then it's like, well, I'm actually not here. Leave a message. I'm like, you bastard.
Well, he said what?
Rock. So, can you use magic?
Well, right around that door where you damaged the rune, seems to have taken down the anti-magic field there. But they might have noticed during the night. But it seems to work. Yeah, you found a way to damage the runes. And
No, I'm saying in your cell. Can you use magic now?
why would I be able to use magic now? I'm nowhere near that door.
The door is the door is to your cell. The rune was
Oh,
above the door in your cell.
Do these doors go directly out?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Oh, wow. I'll try to make a nice, lovely bonfire in the room.
Give me an Arcana check.
Fire that would produce smoke.
Yep, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Kapla.
Oh yeah, you're able to start a fire. You one of the moldy pieces, the moldy bed, straw bedding on one corner. You catch it aflame.
I stomp it out. And the bonfire only lasts as long as I concentrate. It's a concentration spell. So I just shut it off and stomp out the fire.
Okay.
Go, yeah, hey man, well done. I hadn't really thought about it.
All right. Can you see through the walls now?
I'll take a look.
Since you rolled so well in your Arcana, I'm gonna say yes. You're able to look through the walls.
All
Is there
right.
anything that we can use?
Ghostly gaze is working.
What
But
do you see, man?
yeah, I can only do this for 1 minute. So I check both sides and I look out into the courtyard to see.
How far
what
can
kind
you
of-
see?
I can only see 30 feet.
All right. Well, I mean, with your range, you see a guy standing here, and a guy standing here. You don't see anything else other than, of course, the lights, the pond, and of course, all these people here that are pretty much bloodied, and some are sleeping. Well, actually, all of them are sleeping, but ducks.
All right.
By the way, any
Uh,
damage you took, of course, you're getting a rest, so you can,
Hmm.
Oh, good.
it won't be restful rest, but it is still rest.
I'll take it.
And Belfie told me she had lockpicks.
I did.
Right back.
Sorry, Belfie, I need your lockpicks.
Belfie's unconscious.
I know.
you can pick.
That's why I'm apologizing.
Do
Oh,
I wake up when he touches my boob?
yeah. I think you used a
Well,
little
hold
too
on.
this.
So give me an investigation.
Oh my god, if you just get handsy and don't find them. Right, that's
Yeah,
better.
it's a 16.
You hit them with what, like a 30?
Tell me how you start.
No, please don't. Can we just like
Where's the first place you think they'll check?
Well, there are no pockets.
No, there's no
And
pockets.
she's buxom, so let's go with there first.
Well, I mean, if there were a certain kobold here,
oh
there's
god.
pockets.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm just asking where you're going to start to find out where she's going to slap you for reaching at
I'm
first.
gonna look in her hair first.
All right, so you start thumbing through her hair, and you wake up with him with his hands entangled in your hair.
Oh, would he find the bobby pins that are holding my braid back?
No, because they was taken from you.
Yeah.
So how is my hair up then?
It's not up. It's hanging loose.
Not
He's just digging
up.
through your
I
hair.
just didn't know if
Gross.
something was stashed in it.
They probably shaved your head.
I'd like to reach up and like grab his hand mid search.
Oh, good, you're awake. I'm trying to wake you forever. I beat you pretty bad.
If you would like to explain what you're doing, giving me a scalp massage.
You told me that you had lockpicks. I've been trying to find them. Trying to get
I
out of
do,
here.
but I'm trying to wait to use them until we know exactly what's going on. For an opportune time. If we use them now and they find out that we're just trying to get, what do you need them for?
Well, Rock can use magic now.
And in that small area.
Well, if I can get
So
out
what
and I can
happens
disable
after
the
that?
other runes at the same time, if I can get out and disable them too, then I think we'll be better.
And what about the guard situation out there? The other night we had at least 4 guards out there. Are you going to take them out all yourself? Because I don't recall the magic in this room being disabled so you can attack with your claws. My eyes.
I look underneath the door.
You can't.
There's no crack or anything around the cell door.
There's a crack, yes, very tightly sealed at the bottom, but I don't know if you're able to look through it to count exactly how many people are
Listen.
out there.
But I'm saying, can I see outside? Can I see anything outside this door? Like a shadow.
He's saying no.
No.
Listen, I did manage to get this, and I'm going to show you the crossbow bolt. These are what they're using to put us to sleep. I snagged this while they were whipping me. What I think is we need to come up with a plan. We can't just go out there like that.
Well, if we use a crossbow bolt like a dagger,
Right?
and we can put them all to sleep.
It's only going to have one child. However,
We got one crossbow bolt. We got 10
However,
people.
if-
Just line them all up.
But no, if you have a crossbow bolt and use it like a dagger and you slash instead of pierce,
no, we would have to pierce
how
them.
long does poison?
But
How many charges does a poison blade have?
I don't know.
I am going to be benevolent, and will inform you that these are drow.
But it's not magical.
But they're immune to being put to sleep, probably.
So
By
is
magical
Rock,
means.
but he got put to sleep.
Yeah, if it's if
Rock
it's
did not get put to sleep.
No, I got beaten into unconsciousness.
Yes, this is
Oh,
different.
well. He got put to sleep.
Pretty different.
Semantics.
Well, I mean, yes, the drow, you can beat them till they're
I got
unconscious as
put to
well.
sleep.
I mean,
Is
Is
it
it-
only magical means though? Because if this is poison, is it different? Are they immune to poison though?
No, they're not immune to poison.
I don't know enough about them to be honest.
But I could dip the arrow in poop.
That just would give them pink eye if you stab them in the eye. No, look, I have the start of a teeny tiny arsenal. I would like to see if we can get just one bolt at a
But
time.
I'm the only one that can throw it. You can't do anything with it.
I would like
Nobody
to
else
see
did. Yeah.
if we can open this grate.
Are you going to use it to loosen the grout to try to get the grate up?
Well, we've never even looked at it. I don't know how it's secured. But If we can
Look at the grate.
perhaps, yeah, let's go to the grate and see if we can open it.
All right, look at the grate, and of course you see. You guys can't see that far down, so never mind.
I cannot. It looks deep. That's all I got.
Looks like
25 to investigate the grate.
Okay.
It's a grate.
It looks like it's put in that hole pretty tight. You don't see any wells. You
Pry
don't
it
see.
up with a crossbow bolt.
You don't think you're going to be able to pry it up with a crossbow bolt.
Okay. Next
Now
time.
I will use a better description. It's as if somebody put it in there and cast a permanent enlarge on it to make it
Bastard.
fit in there seamlessly.
Almost like they thought of everything. Okay.
No, I mean there's a way. Just it's going to take a little time.
I would like to try and hide that crossbow bolt though in one of those straw piles with all the gunk and dead body and poo in it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have it on my person.
All right. So everybody else.
Wait, can you shadow step still? Then why the hell did you need my lockpicks?
I have to see the shadow. There's nothing else. I can't see out the door.
Can you shadow step to the bottom of the grate?
Probably. But I don't know what's down there.
There's a really fun beastie down there. He's our right out.
Oh, I do know that the beast is down there. Yeah, there's a beast down there. It's like a big centipede.
What if we release the beastie into the main room?
Wait, you said that this hole tapers towards the bottom?
Somewhat, yes.
Could you?
And from talking to Rock, would I know how big the hole is at the bottom of the taper?
About a foot wide.
Oh, I can fit through that.
I know, I could too. Listen, could you get down there, shadow step with the beastie, back up into the room, and then out the door once they open it? Could
shadow
we
step with a beastie? I can't shadow step with things unless I have my bag of holding.
Damn it! Okay, well, there goes that. Oh, could he dimension door with the beastie? If his magic
he has to be able to hold it. That's a big beastie.
I mean, everything's big.
And it has to be willing, right? Or unconscious? So you'd have to beat it in submission first?
Or I could use the sleep dart on it that I snagged and stolen. I'm just trying to spitball ideas, damn it, not just unlock doors and go into a bunch of guards. But please, do you.
I was just checking scatter, which doesn't have a size limit. I can teleport something. I can teleport it. Doesn't matter how big or small it is.
I can't cast scatter.
But he can.
But I can, and I can see down into the thing. But look, I have to be within 30 feet of the. It's creatures that are within range, so I'd have to get
me down.
30 feet of that guy. Well, what I can do is I can see through the hall. I can D-door down there, and then the next round I can scatter him up. But it says it has to be a place that I can see.
And how many times can you cast it?
So you're going to throw him back into your cell? So when they open the door, this big thing...
Yeah, no. Like,
that's a Mythic Arcanum. It's once a day. Only one time.
Damn it.
The only problem with that...
Could you dimension door out to take the people that are there, and then you could go down and then scatter it back up to your cell? And then when they open the cell, it'll
out,
be
then
there
he's
for
out
him.
of the cone of where he can use his magic.
Right. I have to be able to see the spot. And anyway, I'm really eager to get my stuff back.
Well, you have ghostly gaze. Can't you dimension door through a wall with that?
Yes, I can.
Can you see far enough to...
I have to take a short rest before I can use ghostly gaze. Again, I have to take a short rest. But then, and instead of just dimension door, what I can do is I can cast far step. And I can dimension door, I can go look through the wall, and then far step over there's a bonus action.
There are so many reasons why that won't work.
But then I'll eventually get out of the radius that the
magic will, and you're just gonna like right there.
Yeah. But where I really want to get to is that supposed storeroom, because that might have our stuff. Because the M1 is U.S. government equipment. I have to turn that back in.
Shit. Oh my goodness.
So I want my stuff back too. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and
I
I'm
think we
relaying
all
this
want
whole
our stuff back.
conversation with Rock's voice to Belfie.
And I still don't know shit
How are
because
you
I'm
doing,
unconscious.
Rock's voice?
So we're gonna go in there. We're gonna get all our stuff back. I need that M1 because I signed a hand receipt and I
You know,
have to
I
turn it back
asked.
in.
But I wasn't ready.
And where is this alleged storm or storeroom?
Where the
Well-
people keep stepping out of that beat the crap out of us every time they come out.
Yeah, it's to the south of that. So,
So
I think
I'm going to say,
go to the-
after a while, you guys are trying to have a conversation with everybody else. You start using to wake everybody else up, including corporal punishment.
I mean, I've been probing them. I don't know if they woke up yet, though.
Well, I mean, you woke Rock up, so that's what
No, I know. I've been hitting people as Rock and Belfie and Surge. I was kind of elbow.
Oh, Corporal P's in my cell. I can try and shake her a week. But I've been letting her rest.
That's on you.
Yeah, once I figure she's got enough rest, I'll wake her up.
All right.
What's going on?
How much is enough
What?
Hey, you
rest?
can use magic too, Corporal.
What?
How much is enough rest?
4 hours.
Okay.
Because I've been in there for a while anyway.
All right. So yeah, he wakes you up.
What's going on? What happened?
Well, I guess Dux wants to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Ducks.
Sorry, I had to get back to the screen. So, and I tell her she can use magic, and we need to figure out some way.
So
to,
in your head, you
yeah.
hear this voice talk to you,
and it doesn't sound like ducks.
It doesn't.
sounds
but you hear this voice, and Sergeant
Otherworldly.
Rock said, Duck said he wants to talk to you, and then you start hearing this voice in your head.
So I can use magic again?
It sounds like her conscience. You can use magic again.
Like, only right there. Make sure you tell her, only right there.
Any little spot where we can use magic. If you leave that radius, it shuts down.
Oh, I could summon Fred. I could get a Guardian Face out.
What's
Jeez.
the material components you need for those spells, though?
Yeah.
We have nothing.
If it requires material components,
It needs moldy straw.
See, I've been
Guardian
making
Faith is
sure.
verbal.
Yeah, I've been making sure when I'm looking at my spells that I can prepare, they're only verbal and semantic only,
Yeah.
no material. The one I did get that had material required straw.
Boom, baby.
So, I mean, I've been going through and it's like, that's a spell that I can use. Straw.
Yep, Guardian of Faith and Fine Grader Steed are both do not require material stuff.
Awesome.
So you could have Fred like charge out.
And
Oh,
like
Fred
disappear.
Does this
as
one have
soon
the
as he
horn?
gets-
No,
Fred
his
is
antlers.
now not an alicorn anymore.
So he just has the hooves.
Are they
Fred
immune?
is a flying creature.
But would he disappear as he got out into the room?
A summoned creature that goes into an anti-magic field just poofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as he's not in the anti-magic field, it's fine. But if he's in the anti-magic field, then he just poofs away.
But where we need him is in the area where the anti-magic field is.
Dan, do we hear them fixing that glyph at all, or do they not realize it's broken?
Nobody's tried.
Yeah, they don't seem to get it.
There's no glyph master.
I mean, nobody's tried to see if they hear him fixing it.
Been unconscious.
Damn it, Rock. Listen to the wall. Look out. See if you hear anything.
If I take a short rest in the long rest, then I can appear out there again with the ghostly
Do you
gaze.
hear ears? Do you hear any scratching?
So yeah, once per. You said it was short rest.
Yeah,
So yeah, once
Probably
every hour.
Done by then.
Wait, and
Maybe,
Dan,
maybe not.
so this cell we're in, is it just part of the mine?
Looks like it.
Like they just made rooms in the mine?
Looks like it.
So it's not worked stone, it's just earthen floor with straw on it?
Well, yeah, the floor's not work stone. They've made a hole for the drain. The walls seem to be maybe. It all looks like it's just rock. Like
Yeah,
it's
when
not
we
been
first
worked.
went in there, it was pointed out to us that the ceiling looks like boulders. So
It's been
Perfect.
unworked.
Now, the proper way to describe it is it looks like somebody may have used the spell Shape Stone to create the walls and such around this place.
Don't shape, but yeah, that's the spell.
Yeah.
Move earth, whatever.
Make what you want.
All right, so well, it's coming up on 11 o'clock. You guys are working on some sort of plans.
Are we though?
Whether they
Well-
I'm hearing little plans being thrown out. Whether they're just as
Reject.
My plans got rejected.
What the thing that I've been talking to Dux about while I've been unconscious is kind of what I would basically say. I don't know this unless it's pointed out to me, but there's a summoning circle up top, and then the 3 anti-magic fields above the doors. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
well 3
Yeah,
stones
that's
that
what I
are used for.
relayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. So destroy 2 of those stones. Destroy the summoning circle. Destroy the last anti-magic field.
So you need me to destroy all 3 of the anti-magic fields and the summoning circle?
But 2 anti-magic, then the summoning circle. But if there's room for me to wild shape into an earth elemental, I can start throwing boulders at the.
Well, you can also earth
other
glide because it's not worked stone.
But the second I hit an anti-magic field,
Ah!
yes, yeah,
Wait,
it's one of those things where
is there any way to destroy the summoning circle from inside the room?
it's just on the ceiling.
It's
Yeah.
outside
But-
in the main area.
I mean,
But
what's
yeah.
your range?
Well, the
It's-
thing is for me to become in a wild shape, I magically assume the form. So the second I'm in the form, am I still, is it still magic based, or did I just need the magic to assume the form?
Oh, you'll revert.
Yeah. See, that's
You would
So
revert.
if-
Right.
Okay, but wait. If you go into that form, if like the next night you go into that bottom room and they haven't fixed the room, and you go into that form, and from that just that 5-foot square right outside the door, you quick bam, 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 as fast as you can.
I'd have to throw stuff so I'm not going into it.
Right. The question
They
is,
throw
can you
boulders
throw
at the room
something?
to destroy them.
Can you throw something far enough to hit the summoning circle on the ceiling? Because it's 30 feet up.
Well, I mean, I believe I have earth elementals have siege damage. I believe I'm a large creature with 20 strength, I believe, as an earth elemental. So,
And
roll
reach.
the dice on throw. Yeah, I do have reach, but it's roll the dice on hitting it. So, I
Yeah.
have this. I have strength. I have the con, but my mental stats stay the same. So it's really up to chance on whether I hit it or not.
Well, I mean,
But that's the idea that I have, because if the anti-magic fields are holding back the summoning circle, then if we destroy the summoning circle before the last anti-magic field that's holding it back, then we don't have to worry about what may come in due to that. If it can't
So you're saying we
activate,
should
then-
destroy the summoning circle before we destroy all the anti-magic fields?
Yes.
Correct.
But
I
if we can
agree.
give ourselves enough room to work with anti-magic fields gone, then
I agree
that would help.
100%. And the next thing we need to do is get into that room that might have our stuff.
yeah, because with me, I can kind of fight without my stuff to an extent.
Yeah.
I am.
Everyone else needs their
I
stuff.
can hide real good.
I don't need stuff. I just need
True.
claws.
Yeah, true.
If we can down one of the guards, I can take their weapons.
And all you need to do is be launching those arrows at people, Ducks.
Yeah.
That they shoot at you, just
It
wing
takes
it back
key
at
points. I
them.
only got a few of those.
Kind of
Yeah.
want that whip.
Well, you have to catch it, and then it's a key point to throw it back, correct?
That's what I mean. So if I'm throwing it as a monk weapon, it takes a key point.
Yeah, it's a key point to throw it back. And then your reaction's gone.
That's true.
But I do have a few spells I could cast ahead of time that could help us out.
I could always shadow step in
Well,
front of the summoning circle
it
and then
sounds
bash it with rocks as I'm falling.
Yeah, 'cause
sounds
I have,
to me that you guys are coming up with some plans here. So you guys have a
Yeah.
week to figure all that out. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have some more Curse of Strahd. We're still working on our final day that we're going to be doing our usually our Friday night game.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. Life happens. Things switch things around, so we have to adjust. But we'll be back next week, same time, to see if these plans work. So don't forget to check out the Kickstarter. Don't forget to also check out the Extra Life campaign. And we will see you next time. So have a good week. And as I always say, don't forget we're in this adventure called Life Together. So remember the golden rule: treat those around you the way you would like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.